moment of silence for Rodu's sandwich. We're just gonna wait here for Rodu to finish that up. I think it's Forrest Barkley's having second lunch.
Second breakfast.
You've already had second breakfast.
11s.
It's 3 p.m. in game. Why does Omina always hug the ooze?
Because
Oozes
the
need
ooze-
love too.
yeah, how can we not love?
Honestly,
you-
the ooze is just Ash Morass.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know, but welcome in everyone.
Hello.
We are the Natural 30s, and today we have me, Joseph Bozer, the Dungeon Mistress. We have Cuddly Raptor, who will be playing Mirel. We have Wettest Orb playing Trish Smotherborn. We got Ozzy Devro playing Tinker Slobbersnout, and we have Roju from Participation Award playing Forrest Barkley. Everyone, welcome in. We're so happy to have you here. Session 5. Can you believe?
I cannot
I
believe.
mean, oh
I
shit,
do not
okay.
believe, in fact.
can you believe like how cute chat is?
Whoa.
I can. I
Sucky.
actually have the stats for that. If you saw the graph
Oh,
last
all
night.
right, okay.
Let's
We
do
don't
it,
need to go that far.
Yeah,
I did see
it
those
looked. It
stats.
was an animated graph as well.
Oh shit.
Mhm,
Yeah,
mhm.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember that. There was a lot of
Last names are for losers?
Yep. Mirel, he needs the last name. No last name. That's,
Mirel,
that's her full name.
just like chair,
Shit.
yeah,
cranes.
Mirel,
It's just
Lamb.
lamb.
wow.
Wait, high five.
To get
High
out of
five
my
here.
brain.
Yeah, high five. Over here. Over here.
It's like,
Yeah.
oh, God.
Almost.
Oh, my
Need
shoulder.
some work. Need some practice.
Sorry, I keep
Uh,
forgetting which way you are.
Yeah, yeah.
Look, we'll practice that off stream.
No,
Yeah.
Orb and I are playing
I'll-
footsies under the table. Look
Oh,
how
we
close
are
we are.
playing-
I mean, Orb
Yeah,
had his arm
look
around you
out.
for a while.
I mean, we also know from the past that Orby doesn't consider footsies to be flirting anyway. So
That works for me.
Rosie,
Oh.
Rosie, you can bite me.
I wish I could just put my hand
kids,
there.
kids, please, children.
Ah, he's on my side.
We're live. We're not live anymore. You gotta.
Honestly, I was hanging out with my 3-year-old twin Nieblings yesterday, and you're not far off.
And they were better behaved than us.
Honestly, yes,
Excellent.
they were.
Hi,
Welcome in,
Jean.
everyone. Welcome in for session 5. Some quick announcements, just super fast, is as you might see the pinned message in chat, we do have a little bit of a community crowdfunding goal. There's no deadline, there's no rush, don't feel like you have to participate, but it is simply a way for us to know when and if the community wants the podcast version. Once that is launched, once the goal is met on Pally, we will proceed with launching the podcast, which will also contain some podcast specials. So there's not just going to be a way for us to upload more versions of the D&D episodes. There's going to be more content coming once that is hit. Are we good? Are we feeling good? Everyone ready?
Everything's great.
Why do
Find
you
the
look
donation link under the
sneaky?
stream. Just-
Why, Cuddly? Why do you look so sneaky?
Because Moobot did a thing that Moobot wasn't supposed to do. It's fine. Everything's all fine.
Moobot.
Moobot, shh.
Oh,
ban
I
Moobot?
see. I
Is
see.
that another bot in our chat?
No.
The
No,
Natural
there's
30s bot
nothing.
is very upset about that.
Yeah.
Very
No.
upset.
Oh shit!
Mm,
Wait, we have a natural 30s bot.
mm, mm, mm.
Upsetty.
Wow, I can't with these people.
Oh my gosh.
This is where I announce my retirement.
No, no.
I can't work under these conditions anymore.
And now we're having an argument with ourselves.
Natural 30s are arguing with themselves.
That
I love
happens.
it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Would you expect anything else, though? Come on, be real.
to be fair, you all have no idea the arguments, the warfare, the debate, that has happened behind the scenes regarding the color green. Just so you're all aware.
There has been
The green,
greens.
green is just a hard thing sometimes.
Green is difficult.
It's hard
Is
being
what we
Green
learned.
is difficult.
Or wait, no, not easy being green is the
Mm,
is the
mm,
line. Yeah.
mhm.
It's not easy being green, especially when you're Swedish.
Mhm.
Apparently,
What are you
Swedish
talking about?
drink whole
I've
other
doused
creature.
my room in green lights. It's actually quite easy. You just
Ah,
I don't know. I've just done it.
I'm just
Maximize
gonna
the
douse
green.
everything in green paint,
just
and then
green.
you guys will have to see where I am. You'll only see my eyes. I'll be shifty.
now I'm just thinking about who here has seen The Fifth Element, where they got the radio
Mhm.
show host who keeps asking if everything's green.
Oh no, haven't.
I don't remember him
It's a
saying
great
everything's
movie.
green though.
What? He keeps talking about green constantly.
Josie, I'm beginning to think you're just talking about green constantly.
Maybe
Did green hurt you at some point?
No, green is a cuddly, woolly triceratops.
true.
That
Yeah,
is-
green
Ah.
had a fly.
I turn it around.
That's a callback
Whoop,
and a
whoop,
half.
whoop, whoop,
Well
whoop.
done.
There were like 5
Wow.
greens as well. So
Yeah,
Mm,
yeah,
mm.
they were pretty good. They were
I'm-
nice.
I'm pretty green with envy at that.
Ah.
wow.
Ah.
It's a good thing we didn't try and explain that to them. I don't think they would have understood the concept.
Trying to explain to the woolly triceratops about
Green with
green.
envy. Yeah.
Purple
Yeah,
tiefling only knows purple, which is understandable.
yeah.
God,
Sorry.
Yeah.
There's like a very specific type of colorblind. Everything's just shades of purple.
Mm, mm.
Honestly, that sounds way better than black and gray.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and everything.
Just
If everything
putting
is
it out
shaded
there.
gray, we already like did that. Like
We did that joke
That was
already.
so-
We did.
Yeah.
We got. We're running out of bits, people.
everyone-
We are-
We're running out of
I've
bits
got
and we're
one more
running out
bit.
of time.
I got-
Oh, one more bit.
Yeah.
Oh, you got
yeah.
seconds to
Yeah.
go.
Does
You have 30
everyone
seconds.
remember the original black and white Game Boy that was actually green and black?
Yes, the one that was like a brick.
Yeah, the one that was like a brick.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
I
Oh,
do.
yeah.
My mom had one that I
Mm.
played on a lot. But do you speaking of playing? Bro, you play that clip?
Oh my god! Oh.
No light shall we see, no sound shall we make. This day, as in old days, we cower in the moon's wake. Elven morning prayer for the dawn of the silent night. Taken to an office to converse further, the group are introduced to one Captain Harald Manson of the Bulwark. As he questions the group and writes their statements down regarding the incident with the tender leeches within the Rusted Commons, he also asks them about a recent accusation of unlicensed magic. While Trish reveals that she can indeed use magic by healing Tinker's recent head injury, Harald learns of the events that led up to the accusation and of the potentially non-binding contract that started it all. As Mirelle mentioned, a minor magical ability she had no chance to prove before the door burst open and a very aristocratically dressed woman ushered everyone out. Nyla Argwig, a high-standing employee of the city, claimed the room for a private word with Trish. Only Tinker managing to find a good enough spot to eavesdrop and caught a conversation he may not have been ready for. The group then splits up. Some go shopping for the ball later this evening or for other trinkets and oddities, while Tinker tinkered. The evening is close at hand. It is late afternoon as Mirel makes a deal with the accountant, Action, to head to the sewers after nightfall, and Trish makes her way towards the Spireworks, following a lead of one Olivar. We come to as Tinker has just pulled a single piece of wood from the rubble of an old bed frame that all collapsed together, and this was supposed to have been Forrest's bed.
Well, I mean, it still is your bed.
Right, but I can't sleep in it if there's, like, pointy things.
Oh, think of it as a form of acupuncture.
I don't know what that is, Tinker.
I don't know what it is either, but it's a cool sounding name.
I guess. Look, is it safe now?
It's as safe as it's going to get, let me tell you. I could try again.
It's okay. Thank you for trying.
You're welcome. And Tinker trots away, happy as a clam.
And I suppose Forrest just sort of starts nosing through the through what is to be where he sleeps, I guess, just to make sure that there's no nails or anything like that's gonna stick him in the night.
I'll ask you to make a sleight of hand check.
Sleight of hand?
Yeah, because you're basically trying to play a game of pick the stick. I don't know how to translate it to English. You're trying to make this as safe as possible. The DC isn't high at all. You're just trying to get the worst out of there without cutting yourself.
If you get tetanus, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
It's your fault.
That's a flat 10.
It's a flat 10. Yeah, that's more than enough. You start going through it, and at least like moving aside some of the splintered pieces of wood or any sticking out nails, and you end up with what is the equivalent of simply a mattress and a duvet on the floor.
Better than a trap.
True.
You know? Yes.
As Tinker, you find your way out of the room, maybe back to the lobby, where Mirel, you just saw Trish leave after you shook hand with Action, who's now asked you to leave him to do his actual job. When you see a very pleased with himself Tinker strutting in.
She just kind of looks at him, looks into the room, goes, well?
Well, what?
You hear a call from behind the counter. You're gonna have to pay for that, you know.
Not me. That sounds like a Trish problem.
That does sound like a Trish problem. Yes, absolutely.
So I'm writing out the invoice to Trish.
Yes, Trish Smootherborn.
Well, very well. Just like starts writing down.
Right, problem solved.
Mirel does feel a little bit bad about that, but tries to stick to her guns on this one.
No. Oh, it's honestly, trust me, it's fine. She can afford it.
All right.
Forrest sort of emerges from the room. He's like, well, I think I can sleep in there now. Do we have anywhere else to be today, Mirel?
Ooh, what is the time?
It's early afternoon. It's 3 p.m. according
Early
to the clock.
afternoon. She will check this and go. No.
I still don't know if I want to go to this stuffy ball that Trish wants to go to.
I think you should.
Really? You think I should go to a ball?
Tinker, you seem to have a lot of energy to get out, and I do not want you to get it out here. I would rather you get it out on unexpected people.
But I've already done everything I can. It's boring here now. I don't.
Yes, well, isn't the ball an exciting place?
No.
New people, new
No.
food.
No.
You-
No. It's boring. It's.
Have you been to one?
What? There was this what? No.
How do you know
Oh.
it's boring?
It'll be your first time too.
Well, it's just I know that. No, I mean like there's probably a ball involved, and I okay.
But Trish said there
don't
was no
have-
ball. It's a ball with no ball. I don't get it either, but
That is weird.
I guess we'll find out.
Maybe I should go.
You
But
hear
it-
again from behind the counter. It's a place where stuck-up rich people meet to get fat and laugh.
Why
You
does she
see
want to
this
go there?
Emberkin, this Emberkin woman is like in the middle of like taking away some dishes. You see, there's like maybe 2 other patrons in here.
Would you
Well,
say that these stuck-up rich people would be drinking there?
Yeah,
Excessively so?
Oh no.
very excessively.
Oh. Well, that changes everything, and Tinker runs up into his room.
I'm gonna ask you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Let's go.
no.
Boing boing boing. Woo!
We'll take that 19.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's good,
you just run in. Somehow does not step on any of the nails, screws, and wood splinters strewn about the floor.
Tinker rushes in, and he dives into his pack, and he ruffles in it for a little bit, making more of a mess. And he pulls out a little black book that has no identifying sort of markings on it at all, and he tucks it inside his tunic, and he sort of bounds out, and he's like, "Right, I'm good to go."
It is not for hours.
Oh. Now what
I
am I doing?
remember. It's at 7, right? That's the ball. Oh.
His I don't remember, did Morel actually tell anyone about the sewer thing, or is that
Nope.
okay? Cool.
She just made that deal, and she kind of glances over at Action, who is probably still working. And
Yeah, he's done the thing where he's like slightly turned himself away, like he's still at a table, you're nearby, but he's trying to turn his back towards your group while still not being very eye-catching about it. He's just like, nope, not getting into that.
yes.
Well, I guess we have to wait for a while then.
Well, if you want, I think Trish went shopping again.
I don't know if I have much more in me for shopping.
I meant to ask you to, since it seems like neither of you have much coin. I saw some jobs listed before. Would you be interested?
Sure. What's a job?
That job is when you do something and then you get paid for it.
Oh, like I have done a job before.
Oh, good. What the job?
I looked after a boat.
That is technically a job, yes. A boring one, but yes.
Yes, they said you look strong. You look after this boat, and we'll take you across the water. Something like that.
Oh,
That is a job.
it was more of a bodyguarding job. Did you have to fight anything?
I don't think I did. I don't think we discussed that, Josie. I don't think we had to fight anything though. I'll just say
No.
we didn't have to fight anything. It was pretty.
No,
it was pretty
it
good.
was
No, it was quiet.
Yeah.
Boats are
No.
weird though.
Well, they do have a lot of moving parts, so to speak.
It moves very differently to land.
Well, yes, because water's water and land is land.
You're very smart.
I know.
Well, this conversation is going on further up the nearby main thoroughfare, leading back towards Steel Town and passing next to the Bulwark Barracks. Trish, you're making your way towards the Spireworks, and you have no idea where that actually is besides head north along the bulwarks until you see a lot of chimneys.
Okay. Just continues to do that until she thinks she's lost.
It takes several minutes, probably like a 15-minute walk before you reach an area that might be, you pass by the street where you went to all these shops previously, you keep going, and you get to what seems to be more of a, rather than houses, there are still like city blocks, but they are all more of an industrial, like small production works. There are tanners, there are smithies, there are like all of these various storefronts or warehouses where things are being mass produced or crafted or stored. And you got no idea what to do now. You can make either a persuasion check or an investigation check.
Ooh. I'm gonna go with persuasion.
Okay.
A 12.
A 12. Dude, 12 is fair enough. You ask around for an Olivar. The first person you ask looks like a well-built, almost like sinewy, muscled, somewhat elderly man who's working on something. Like he's in the middle of a snack break, but he's sitting outside on a little stool. He's got a forge running.
Yep.
And you ask him about Olivar, and he just sort of looks you over, like he's really looking you over. And he just scoffs, and you walk on. You meet someone. This person, you walk into a tailor, but not someone who makes clothes necessarily, more like someone who's printing on fabric.
Okay.
And you ask them, and you meet a middle-aged woman who points you in the direction. But when you do mention Oliver, she blushes a little bit, but she points you in the direction.
Trish will note that and say that she's got very nice hair as she walks out.
Okay. She says, thank you. You too. And you walk out, you follow the instructions until you find what looks like a very, in the middle, like squeezed in between a wood carver shop where they seem to be making small wood implements. Instead of someone who might make like timber and planks, here they seem to be making some form of like wooden plugs or putty or like small bits.
Yep.
And then on the other side, there is a small goldsmith. And just squeezed in the middle, there's a small door with a very small window next to it. The stained glass with a rose. And in the little window, you just see painted on the glass. It's like very opaque. You can barely see inside, but it says the Elegant Olivar's Emporium.
Trish sort of looks through the window first to make sure she's not in the wrong place and goes through.
Yeah, you open the door, and you enter a dimly lit, almost slightly darkened shop. hanging along the walls is delicate, ornate, expensive-looking lingerie, corsets, and boots, and accessories that are very provocative.
Right.
You see also the smells of heavy incense. There's a very, like, the sense of the city, the steam, the metal, the hot stone, completely overwritten by this almost musty floral aroma.
Right. Krish is gonna look at everything, then eyes on the floor.
Yeah. Everything also seems to have studs or metal, like, fasteners.
Oh, as Trish is walking towards the counter, she does see like a little outfit that she was. Oh, nope, and just keeps her head down.
Yeah, you do see on some, like, here and there in between everything, you see what looks like almost like attachment pieces for armor, but they just have a little bit of a different aesthetic. Like, just something you would add to a suit of armor, or to replace certain bits of an armor, just to give it a little edge.
Does Trish
then-
see anything that would like slide across her arm?
In what way?
So if it could like slide forward, like if there was a knife or something that could be put on there, she can activate it and move forward.
No.
Okay.
And you walk through, and it's a very thin, long shop. Like, there's only really one direction to go. And you see further in, sitting in a chair, smoking a very long pipe, this androgynous individual with long, luscious, red-black hair, like pale makeup on, and almost like the makeup has been put in to accentuate that sort of subdermal glow that some of the Emberkin have. So there's almost like the skin is just glowing in the dark.
Right.
And they're just looking at you as you're walking through the shop, like letting you peruse in your own speed, and just waiting for you to approach.
Well, she'll finally get there and goes, hi.
Hello.
She
How
starts
can I be of
sweating.
assistance?
She's sweating in her boots.
This person leans forward and just like exhales a bit of smoke. See anything you like?
Why am yes, that's right. I was directed here for like a gun, I think it's called. Do you sell them?
Excuse me, a gun?
and then Trish looks around and goes, it's some nice things you have here.
Yes, would you just give me a moment, please? And they stand up, walk behind what at first glance looked like just a wall, but turns out it was like an incredibly like perspective painted image on heavy drapes. So it almost looks like the brick wall just goes soft and is moved to the sides. And then like almost you're like, yes, sorry, I have another customer. If you're not going to purchase anything, I would ask that we continue our business later. And you're hearing, yes. All well. I think I've had the inspiration that I needed. A good day. And you see this scrawny, like almost like gangly individual with a scruffy beard, but very nice clothes, like highly expensive outfits, steps out through the drapes and says, "Good day, madam." And you can see he's got like what is definitely clearly a toupee of like short curlies on his head, and he just nods at you as he walks out.
She quickly goes, "Oh, what were you doing behind the curtain?"
Well, I was working.
On?
Well, you see, I'm a wig maker. I work together with Oliver.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yes, so I was just here looking at some pieces to see if
Yep.
I could come up with something that might fit.
Okay. I'm sorry for interrupting you. And she kind of does like an awkward bow.
Yeah,
Thank you.
no worries. If you're ever looking for, a little spruce, a different outfit, but you don't want to cut off your hair, you come see Mr. Merkin.
You know what? I think it'd be hilarious if I got Tinker something. Even though I don't like Tinker right now. I imagine. Oh, I might.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I will not give. I do not make costumes or outfits pranks. This is a very delicate craft. If you're wanting to give someone something out of spite, then don't come see me. But if you're trying to give someone a unique gift, then we can have a conversation.
All right. There's
Yes.
that.
Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you too.
Look at Mr. Morgan. Oh no.
And Oliver steps out again. This time leaning on the wall, pushing one of these incredibly well painted drapes to the side. Inhales from the long pipe, and as they speak, the smoke sort of just trickles out into the air. Please explain to me the circumstances of you coming here.
Well, I read a book that had this thing.
Read a book.
And then it shows like the book and goes to the photos. And look, this would be really cool because I think it would protect me, but far away. So then I went and asked this person. This person said, "Oh no, we don't have it, but you could try this place." And then we went that place, and then I got some directions, and they eventually told me to come to you, and this is how I got to you. I also asked the lady down the road, and she blushed really hard at me coming here, and I didn't understand that until I got through and I saw everything else. And yeah, and she's just tapping the counter like awkwardly, like, yeah.
And she looks down because the sound of you tapping the counter doesn't match a fleshy finger tapping the counter. She just looks down. Fine, come with me. And just holds the drapes open.
Trish goes through.
Yeah, and you walk through a narrow little corridor, not too far before you get to another room where there's still similar vibes, but in here you see things that are probably meant for self-protection.
Sweet.
Like one wall has like little bit of like pocket knives or like the equivalent of like pepper spray that looks like a deodorant, things like that. But all of the other walls are covered in like cat o' nine tails and things that
For protection, right?
Yeah.
for protection.
Okay.
And she looks you over again. I don't sell what you're asking for to just anyone, but I can tell that you need to keep secrets.
Oh, how do you know? I should know when to shut up.
It's-
I'm so sorry. It happens a lot. I'll
I'm
zip it down.
sure you have your reasons, but you may want to consider putting some effort in.
And then she just flashback memory, and she goes, "Okay."
Oh shit.
Pretty much what I'm asking is I just need to make sure that this is not going to be used for something bad. And I have to tell you, if I choose to sell to you, because I can withhold my right to not do business,
That's fair enough. That is 100% fair enough.
so I just need to know that this isn't going to come back to me in a bad way.
Look, I can guarantee you, I wouldn't even be looking for this if I didn't want to just use it.
Can you guarantee it?
What would you want for me to prove to you that I can guarantee you?
Well, convince me. What are you going to use it for?
100% self-protection. And if my friends get in trouble, that's honest. And she's putting her hand up, like, honest to God, I don't want to hurt anything.
Mr. God, which God would that be?
Oh, the one and
Yeah,
one
Thanks,
and
man.
only, and she sort of slides back down. Look, I don't think I can say the right things to make you believe, because I know I'm a very out of character person. I've come in here, I look shy, I've done the wrong things.
You
I-
look just like most people who come in here, darling. It's just that this section is mostly for my regulars, people who need to make sure in their line of work that they don't get into trouble.
I see. Well, I'm the last person that wants to get into trouble. And she sort of goes through a sort of bag, and she goes, "Look," and shows the signet ring.
Okay? And
This-
she looks at it.
This is a symbol of an order of respect and making sure that we protect ourselves and trying to make sure that we do right by everyone. We don't go looking for trouble. We don't do anything like that. We simply just observe and help when we need to.
Make a deception check.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I fucking hate this dice. It has not been rolling. Bring me back to fucking Arthur. Arthur was
Oh,
fucking good with these
That
dice.
natural one,
Chris
though.
is fucking shit.
How does it feel to not be
Fucking
okay, Orb?
Arthur used to roll great.
Maybe-
What the fuck's going on?
Maybe
here?
the dice thinks you're not barding, but enough. Maybe you got to bard more.
Sing.
They look down at the ring and looks back up at you. That's a
Mhm.
cute story, but I've never seen that symbol before. I have no idea the weight of this thing. What I do know, however, is the weight of money.
Oh. Yes. What?
So I could be willing to part with a little bit of something, but your story's sorely lacking, sweetie. I might need to ask for a little bit extra as insurance.
Oh, heck.
Correct.
Lol.
Oh no!
But I do have something that might suit you. And they walk over to like a little drawer. Like there's like a metal chest of drawers with locks. Pulls out from like within a cleavage, hidden a set of keys. Opens one, and looks over you and definitely covers the contents with their body and pulls out an item, then locks it up. Now, this little darling, and holds up what is essentially a pocket pistol. It
Yep.
is tiny.
Yep, sweet.
I call the Satisfier. It will get the job done. But it doesn't really pack a punch if you're too far away, if you know what I mean.
Right, I think I do understand what you're saying, yes.
It's for a last-ditch effort if trouble comes your way.
You know what? I think that's exactly what I'm looking for.
Oh, good, because I'm looking for 150 silver pieces.
Oh! Let's do some math.
Ooh.
Is Trish out of
50
money?
15 gold.
Yeah, that's 15.
15 gold. That's in the bank.
The fact that you have enough to consider this, though.
Yeah.
What the
And
hell?
you bought the friggin' book.
Trish sort of sits there. 15?
15.
Do you mind if I can have a look before I do it? And does that come with any like the bullet thingies or the cylinder thingies or the round thingies that go in it? Like, and she pulls out the book again and like these things.
I'll throw one in for good measure.
Oh,
But they're a silver piece apiece.
So expensive. Oh, gosh.
She grabs out her money and she's sort of like counting out 15 gold. And she goes, how much ammo will I get if I give you 16 gold?
10.
Well, can you not? I'm buying 10. Can you not do like a couple free? Buy 10, you know, like a bulk buy.
Sweetie, I'm already pushing going with this deal at all.
She hands over 16 gold.
And Olivar takes it and just puts it in a little pocket seemingly hidden within the pleats of their big voluptuous skirt, voluminous, and says, I'll meet you back at the front with everything wrapped up.
Okay. She walks back out with the
Mhm.
biggest feeling of like dread and guilt and sadness that she's just given so much money away. But she's sort of excited.
You walk out, and when you get back to the store, you see the door opens, and what looks like two adolescent Emberkin walk in. They sort of look around real quick, they giggle to themselves, and then step back out. A minute or so later, Olivar steps back out with a neatly wrapped heart-shaped box with some red ribbon around it.
Cute.
And just puts it on the counter, a hand still on it, and says, now make sure you open this when you're alone and keep it hidden.
I will. And she
Good. Because I will deny ever having sold this and say you stole it.
And then Trish stops for a second. Just for a second. She goes, how do I know you've put it in there? How do I know
You
you're not...
just have to trust me.
Trish goes, okay, sure. I will trust you.
She slides the box across the counter.
As Trish picks up the box, can she feel the weight in it? Does it
Yeah,
feel...
there's definitely weight to it.
Okay.
And you can hear almost like there's definitely two heavier objects inside and
Yeah.
what sounds like packing paper
Okay.
like inside it.
All right. She puts it deep in her bag and go, yes, I'll open it in secret.
Anything else I can help you with?
Actually, there was that studded coat just over there.
Yes.
How much is that?
25 silver pieces.
Oh, yeah, I think I'm done with my shopping today.
I think so too. But do come back.
I might bring my friends. I think they would be interested in this place. Never comes back ever again.
So you leave the store, finding yourself within the Spireworks district of Hague. Eventually, you make your way back towards the tavern, the Daughters of Flame, where your friends are sitting around the table, just doing their own thing. What is everyone doing when Trish comes back?
Tinker is flipping through this little black book, and he's sort of like muttering to himself, maybe this one? No, that won't work at all. And he's sort of like some pages he's flipping folding a corner and marking it, and he's very, very into what he's doing right now. And he's got that spark in his eyes where something's up, but like not to find out later.
I would say
Nice.
Forrest is probably trying to figure out how to apply this armor oil.
Yeah?
I would say Mirel was doing nothing and then got sucked into helping Forrest apply the armor oil.
Probably accurate.
Like, who also doesn't have any idea how to put it on, but she's trying her best.
Yeah. I mean, you didn't get any instructions, really.
No, he probably would start
Just-
just like pour and just
And yeah,
and then just like
she wouldn't really know.
realize it's all just sort of slopping off and like look for something to like mop it up with and rub it on, and it's a mess. There's like paper around, like napkins around, and yeah.
Make a charisma saving throw.
Charisma saving throw. All right.
Yes.
8.
8. The staff of the tavern, some of them look over to you while you're doing this. They hand you cleaning implements. They definitely look at what's going on, but they make no effort to really help. Besides, like, here are the tools to clean up after.
Well, thank you. Sorry about this.
Trish is just going to come sit by you all, grab out a loot, and just start fiddling around, playing with the loot.
Make a performance check.
Ooh.
15.
15, yeah. Trish starts strumming away, some quick tuning, and then just plays something easy, breezy, that's just very nice background.
Tavern background music by Trish
Yeah.
Smotherborn.
Just as a thought, how often has Trish pulled out the lute to play?
Around you guys, this is first time.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, Trish.
Don't you dare unstring that lute.
Tinker pauses his flicking momentarily, and his eyes narrow, but then he resumes flicking.
Oh man.
Does Trish see your eyes narrow?
He doesn't hide it,
Okay, well,
but it is a very small action.
just you get a glare back.
He's in the book. He's not looking at you.
Oh.
That's very good, Trish. Where did you learn to do that?
Look, I've read some books, and she pulls out another book that's say this song's in this book, and in this we sit down and we go this note and that note and this note, and that's this one and that one and that and this, and then if you go through here, and this explains the whole like page of notes and books and stuff. Oh, and then I also went to this tavern one time, and they were playing music, so I sat down, I was just watching them, and I was just trying to.
It's just slowly glazing over. you can see he's very much doing his best to try and understand and pay attention to what you're saying.
And Morel like tips the oil back up that he's just been like
Yeah.
holding. No.
Thank you.
I'm gonna ask Forrest to just roll a d20.
Sure. I love
If you
rolling dice.
roll if you roll an 8 or under, I'm gonna ask you to spend 2 of your armor oils because of
Well, it's
wasting.
a good thing I rolled a 16.
Yeah, you did. So
We figured it out.
Morel
but
caught
over-
just in
yeah.
time.
yes. So you do, through trial and error, eventually figure out how to apply this properly, and you can, for the next, I believe, 7 days.
Yeah, spend an hour and no more disadvantage on stealth check for the next 7 days.
Yeah. So you ignore the disadvantage,
Woo!
Pretty cool.
and then you will have to reapply.
Yeah.
Oh, I should just
Now,
make a
of
note
course,
that I
there
do
may
it
be
today.
narrative things that happen that make that time shorter, like spending a lot of time out in the rain or like being dunked in the sea. You know, things that would just
Real life
Got it.
situations.
yeah. So there may be things that make it go quicker, but in optimal conditions, 7 days.
Nice.
7 days
Morel will
from
just
Requel the 27th.
look at it and go, well, it is shinier.
It is, isn't it? That's very nice. Do you
What
think
does
that?
it do? And she
Oh,
like
I don't know. I guess it makes it look shinier.
Can Tinker lick the armor?
I mean, he can.
Try.
Tinker can do what he likes.
Is Forrest going to stop him from getting close?
I mean, unless Tinker gave him a reason to, no.
Well, you're sitting at a table, right?
Yeah, just sitting at
Sorry.
a
Yeah,
table.
Tinker
and,
can't reach
yeah.
you, so he crawls across the table and gets and starts studying the armor, and he gives it a little lick.
How does it taste?
Like you've just polished some armor. Like
what a surprise.
Forrest licks it.
no, I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's
Going
not.
to-
It's not good.
At that point when Forrest licks it, Trish just stops playing.
See, I have a very acidic mouth. I probably break down most things that I put in there way easier than anyone else. You should not lick the same things I lick.
It's not very nice.
I didn't even taste it.
Why would you do that?
Science.
I don't know what that is, Tinker.
Tinker licks it again and then makes his way back.
You just sit.
I'm gonna ask Tinker to make an intelligence check.
It was very smart of him.
Just intelligence.
Just intelligent.
18
already
then. Sorry, with that
Eight.
plus 2.
18 a total.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. You feel after that quick little lick, like, or the 2 licks, you're like, yeah, you could probably recreate it if you had time and opportunity.
Let's go!
Oh, oh! Okay, you should lick everything. I take it back.
That's bad advice, everyone.
No.
Only,
That's
okay,
good advice. If
only
you
lick
it,
everything
you can
if
make
you're
it.
a kobold with a highly acidic palate.
Yeah, I feel like considering your background, it's almost like your brain picks up the different flavors. It's almost like the chemical compounding of
It's
it
mouth
just
chemistry.
comes. Yeah. So just,
I love it.
Oh my gosh. I'm writing in my notes. Tinker licked Forest, learned how to make armor
Licked
oil.
forest.
I mean, you would still need to acquire ingredients and spend the
Yeah,
appropriate
yeah.
amount of time, but
Of
you
course.
you can say that you've acquired the recipe, basically.
Has a good idea of how to make it, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't say mouth chemistry. I will.
What
Mouse
was-
chemistry.
Mouth chemistry.
Also,
How does this mouth feel?
what was the name of the oil again? Sorry.
armor oil.
It's just armor oil. Okay, sweet.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Sorry, let me just quickly close my door.
Oh, the door.
The door. The door.
The door. The door.
So Trish is going to start playing again with her lute, but this time sort of under her breath, just singing in Gnomish.
Oh.
Make a performance check.
No.
Oh God, I don't know. No.
I don't know Gnomish either.
Hmm.
This-
10.
I don't know, Mish.
10.
I don't-
It's definitely harder to both sing and play at the same time for Trish. But it comes out like it's with a 10. It's an average, but it looks very low effort. Like Trish is just maybe doing it for the first time, and still
Figuring it out.
doing an okay job.
Nice.
So you still have several hours before the ball, and at this point, Trish, do you feel Oh God, my brain completely zoned out. I'm so sorry.
I thought you were just building a suspense.
Yeah,
I
I
was
was gonna-
on
no,
the edge of my
sorry.
head.
Me.
We're just
No.
restarting
Completely
josie.exe.
yeah. I had a full system reset.
S-E-E-X-E.
You hear almost like someone whispering directly into your ear. You hear a voice that says, Are you okay?
Trish sort of slowly looks around.
Yeah, and you do see like having just come in through the door, currently standing, talking to the bartender, basically, who's come up towards the door. They seem to be talking. They're standing. They're being quiet. You see the same figure who you all caught using some magic on action earlier today. This with a tied back, a large like shock of purple curly hair, some horns that stick up, and they almost seem to shine in the afternoon sun. They almost like break like prisms, and it's just like every now and then side-eyeing your direction.
Now, I'm afraid to do my spell thing because,
I will ask you to make an Arcana check.
Okay. Arcana. Oh, no, not Arcana. Okay, Arcana. That's not
Okay,
bad.
Arcana.
It's not the worst.
Yeah.
You recognize the magic being used. This is a spell, whereas your telepathic power is more of an innate ability. You know that this is the message cantrip, and you also know that you can respond, like whispering under your breath. The sound will just appear in the ear of whoever sent you the message.
Okay. She does, under her breath, goes, I'm okay. Are you okay?
And you just see like a little smile and a nod from this person standing in the doorway, and then some more talking. Then like the eye contact is broken and keeps talking.
All right. So Trish definitely knows who this is, right?
You don't know what their name is.
Okay.
You've seen her once, maybe twice before. But as that is happening, Mirel, you feel like coming up towards your table with like what looks like a book under the arm. Action strides up and like sort of like looks at you, Mirel, and says very quickly, "Can I have a word with you?"
And
But then, Yeah, but then he also like slaps a piece of paper onto the table in front of you, Trish, and it's just like bill for destruction of property.
How much is on there?
When this happens, Tinker closes the book and very smartly makes for the room.
He's just I'm out.
I'm out. See ya.
37 silver pieces.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
Morel can cover it. Morel will very quickly look at it and dig and count out about 15 and just put them on the note and leave to go talk to Action. I'll take those out now.
Yeah.
All right. So now you do not have, yeah. Just 17 for you, Trish, my love.
No, it was 37 total.
Oh, 37. Oh, I can't math. Sorry,
Yeah.
I can't math.
So there's still 22 left on this tab.
Oh my lord, really? Oh. Trish pulls out 3 gold coppers. And
Gold
copper. Gold coins.
Nice. I love a good gold copper.
And quickly goes, "Do you have some change, Morel?"
Morel just put all the 15 silvers on your thing, on the paper. She's gone.
Oh,
she
she's
left.
gone.
She went funk, and then she left because she's a cool girl.
Oh, well, she goes.
And Action looks over and says, Valia, can you get this? And the bartender walks up, like reads through the papers, like from a pocket, counts out a couple of coins, and hands you 8 silver pieces back, Trish, and then takes what's on the table.
Now,
and don't do it again, she says before walking off.
Well, before anything happens, that particular room, yes, I paid for them, but I won't be. I didn't agree to whoever wanted to bill it straight to me, even though I had nothing to do with it. So can you make sure it goes to Tinker? Tinker's responsible for that room from now on. So just if anything else happens, bill it to Tinker.
I mean, I can try, but your name is on the bills for the room in general. That's something you'll have to take that up with your friends.
And she just sort of sits there, rolls her eyes, swears a little under her breath. Thank you so much for your patience with us. I am sorry.
By the way, I heard you were going to the ball.
Well, maybe. This has been a very expensive day than I much originally thought. Yes, at this point, yes, we are. Well, I know me and Forrest are going. I don't know about the other two, but yes.
Hey, what's that? Forrest trying to like do his armor back up.
We're going to the ball, remember? We're going to go dance.
Oh, I don't know about any dancing, but I suppose I'll see what this ball is about. But could you get the strap for me?
Oh, yes, of course. And then helps you out.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
And then this individual, Valia, before heading back to the bar, says, well, maybe I'll see you there.
Oh, that would be nice.
Cute.
Well, not nice in so many words. More like a family obligation. And then just walks off behind the counter. Action, who's pulled you to the side of Morel, says, look, I don't want to get people involved, but none of mine are coming into the sewers later. As it currently looks, it's just you and me. I'd suggest you bring some of your friends. Like, it's bad enough down there regularly. If there's more of those, like, water-filled leech things.
I can see. I do not want to put you in harm's way.
Yeah, I'm not worried about myself, really.
All right. I will ask.
Oh, also... No, never mind.
No, you said it.
Yeah, but then I said never mind, and he just
Yeah.
walks off.
Oh, infuriating! Oh, get back here! I want to cast a spell at you. Okay. All right. Yep.
Is there anything else any of you want to do before the time of the ball?
Trish wants to go into a room and look at the box and open it up.
Okay. You go into the room, you open the box, and inside this heart-shaped, dark brown, almost black, and you can see in the light there's the faint, almost like a pressed, like rose and leaf deboss to it. You open the box, and inside you see what is a small container of rounds.
Mhm.
And you see the satisfier, and you can add the satisfier to your inventory.
Yay!
Title and all.
Let's go.
Awesome.
But I will let you know that it only has one range increment. Like, it is a very short to mid-distance firearm.
Yeah.
It is practically useless beyond 30 feet.
But it looks cool, so
That's all that matters.
yeah.
Yes. It also very small and compact. Looks like it might be easy to hide on your person.
It doesn't come up.
Does it not? Hold on.
Don't search.
Have you done the
just
boo-boo?
search Satisfier.
That's what I
Okay.
did.
It's there.
Have-
'Cause I looked it up. I wanted to see the stats.
I gotta check, because I know for a fact that some of you did not take allow homebrew in your
Oh.
character.
Probably me.
Oh,
Probably me.
probably
I'm
me.
not gonna
Probably
lie.
me.
It's always
No,
me.
It's probably me.
It's yeah. See, there it is. Now you
Probably
now
me, yeah.
refresh and try it again, Orb, because you hadn't ticked on homebrew.
You gotta take
Womp
on
womp.
homebrew. We
Big
got
womp
so
womp.
much homebrew in this game.
It's
Yeah, there's
all
gonna be
homebrew
so
all the
much
time.
homebrew. Like, without homebrew, Tinker wouldn't have his stick or his spring
Mhm.
boots.
Out of all the brews, this one is home.
Yeah,
This one is home.
there's no brew like home.
Mm.
SATISFYER, right?
If
Yeah.
But yeah.
That
It
is
comes up
fine.
as no results.
Okay, hold on. I'll do it for you. I'll do it for
I'll
you.
do it instead. It's like when you can't find something in the cupboard and someone starts
Yeah.
walking over to find it
Yeah.
instead, and you're like, oh,
Oh.
God, oh, God.
No.
Yeah, I get those.
Except
Yeah,
I'm usually the one walking over to find it, so
I get the panics on.
Boom. It's in your equipment now. Refresh. There it is.
oh, boom,
Yeah.
sexy.
Yes. But do remember that you gotta check. You gotta read the description.
I'm doing that right now.
Yes, because because of how D&D Beyond doesn't fully allow you to homebrew weapons, so you gotta make sure when I give you a weapon, read the description, and whatever says in the description goes before whatever stats are written into the game.
Okay.
Because, for example, when homebrewing items in D&D Beyond, they don't let you actually make any alterations to range or damage. Like, it's set based on the base weapon.
Oh.
Run.
But it does pack a punch
Yep.
when you're close.
When I'm close, yep,
Yes.
definitely. All right, so she's gonna obviously put that into an easy to grab area.
Okay.
Probably up a sleeve or in a pocket. Yeah, she's just figuring out where the best position would be to conceal it.
Nice.
And obviously
No bigs.
put some ammo in it.
Tinker
Yes.
has something.
You remember, it does have the loading property, so you can just only fire once per turn. So it's like
Yes.
you can only load one.
Yep.
But you can pistol whip someone for as a free action, right?
No, it's too small.
I tried, Orb. I tried.
Look, I appreciate the effort.
Mhm.
Awesome.
Anything else anyone plans to do before the time of the ball?
You had something? No, you didn't.
I've second guessed.
You've second
what I was
guessed.
gonna do.
Okay. Well,
No
Morel
take
needs
backs.
to-
Oh,
Yeah, what did you
well,
say?
in that case, Tinker burns down the. I mean, what? No.
Never mind. We take it back. We take it back. So Morel will try and talk to Forrest. Also, I don't know if there would be enough time to get, because just looking at the different volunteer jobs wanted that were posted before, like I don't know if Morel would know where to go for those, and she might not have enough
Probably
time.
not.
Okay, yeah, she might leave that then. That might be a tomorrow thing. Should we survive the sewers?
And you would also know because they ask for shifts, which you would know is considered 8 to 9 hours, like
Yeah.
of committed time.
Yeah. No, it would just be more like asking, like, when do you start, kind of
Yeah.
thing. But yeah,
The
no,
only one
she'll-
that's open is basically if you want to go patrol the city and hope you run into a tender leech and take it out. That's
yeah.
like the
Mm,
only thing, really.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, she will just have a chat with Forrest then. Probably get him alone, away from prying kobold ears.
Oh my god!
Don't act
No,
like
because you
it's
have to
not
go to the
true.
ball, because you might get hurt down there. What if you get squished? I don't want that on my conscience. I'm sorry.
No one's offered if he wants to go to the. Fine. It's gonna cause trouble elsewhere. Then.
Yeah, I want you to. That'll be funny. Yeah, so she'll try and grab Forrest somewhere.
Mhm.
And
Oh,
ooh, oh, I don't like that. And
bad.
she will, and she'll just be like, Forrest,
Yes.
I know you were going to go to the ball, and I'm wondering how much you wanted to go to the ball.
Well, I understand there's not actually a ball there, so my interest is not very high.
Big and bad.
That is understandable. I am not going either, and I was wondering if you would be. She has a hard time asking for help. If and she just kind of breaks the question. Just goes, "Look, I'm going into the sewers tonight. Do you want to come?"
Oh, sure.
Oh, well. Now, I am
Why do you
not
want
going
to-
into the sewers to kill things. I am
Oh,
going into the sewers. Do you remember the big leeches that
Oh,
we
ye-
fought?
the ones that tried to eat us, yes.
Yes, I'm going to relocate them so they do not eat anyone else.
Oh. Well, that's good. Sure.
And if
you
they
need
do
my
try
help.
to eat us, we will need to hit them.
Ah. Right.
But if they do not, then we will not.
That's fair. So, if they try, you said you didn't want to kill them. If they try to eat us, do you want us to not kill them? Or should we do that?
I do not know if I've made up my mind, but we should
Alright.
probably look after ourselves first.
I won't let them hurt you.
I am not worried about me, but
Oh,
I am...
I'll be fine.
All right, everyone keeps saying that. Oh, do you know action?
Inconsequential, right?
The yes.
Yes, I remember.
Yes, he's coming.
I remember.
He will be consequential this time.
I thought his name was Inconsequential Action.
It is.
Oh,
And she
I got
she
it right
just
then. But yes, so we're going with Inconsequential then.
Yes.
Okay, well, Hopefully we'll get to know him then.
Hopefully not.
No? You don't want to be
And-
friends?
I don't really have friends, Forrest.
Yes, you do. Aren't I your friend?
No. No.
Well, I suppose so.
Well, there you go. You're my friend.
Well, anyway, it is after dark. And she just walks away.
So it is. Where'd Morel go? When do we go though? Morel, where do we go?
And you just hear this call down the hallway. After dark.
I thought you said it is. I'm very confused.
This party's a mess.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's so good.
It's so good. All right.
Yes.
Well, then I
Anything
guess we're
else?
just on standby.
Oh, Mirelle actually needs to mention to Trish that she's not going. So this will be an interesting conversation.
Well, Forrest wouldn't have even thought that he would have to tell anyone.
Yeah.
Wait, I did think of something Tinker's gonna do.
Oh.
Oh, yeah?
You do.
He's going to fashion himself a suit.
He's gonna.
I mean, the materials are all around
The
him.
loose
Yeah.
materials are all there. Yeah. I mean, we already paid for
Yes.
them.
Yeah,
so-
Oh,
it's already
yes.
all destroyed. The different cuts of material.
Please get some mattress stuffing
Let
in
me
there.
first check something. I'm just checking one thing first.
If it's the time required to tailor a suit, that's fine. It can be as baggy as it needs to be.
Is it Trish's bank account?
No, see, we've already broken everything in the room.
Yeah, we've already paid for everything.
Yeah.
Have you?
If Tinker continues to play in his mess, what's wrong with that?
Yeah, no, that's fair. I suppose. No, yeah. Okay, but what tool proficiencies did you have?
He has not.
I mean, you got
something
Tinker
that's gonna
tools, right?
help. He has Tinker's
Yeah.
tools.
That's not gonna help you here, buddy.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That's fine. That's fine. In that case,
I'm gonna. Yeah.
oh,
No,
I was,
Pair
ahead.
of
I was gonna
scissors.
say in that case, he just looks for the fanciest piece of cloth he can find and wraps himself in it.
Toga.
Toga, toga, toga.
Make,
then
yeah, make a performance check.
Toga check.
Oh,
You-
God. Please get.
Roll for Toga.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's not gonna. Oh, sorry. I've been disconnected from Foundry 3 times tonight. I don't know what's happening.
Oh,
so just
that's odd.
It didn't come through in Foundry. I do apologize.
Mhm.
That was a 3.
A 3. You go to pull one of the curtains down just as you see this sour ginger gnome walk by and just lean in and says, "Hey, stop that shit! We already paid for all this, right? No, you paid for the broken stuff. Oh,
That's a
you want to break that curtain? 5 silver pieces."
I don't want to break it anymore. I'm thinking, let's go.
Like catching a cat halfway up the
Also,
curtain.
I take offense to the word breaking. I was investigating.
No, you weren't. You were breaking it. No, you weren't.
investigating. Yes, I
No.
was. Yes.
No.
Yes.
No. I happen to know quite a fair bit about investigating, and you were not investigating. You were
Well-
disassembling, breaking.
Okay.
An investigator leaves no traces behind.
Oh.
No traces? Then what's the
Yes.
point? How can you be well known as a famous investigator if no one knows you were there?
Because you know, but they don't know that you know, and so you have the upper hand.
But if they don't know if they don't know
Yeah, but that's the thing,
you know,
they don't know. They are unassuming, and then you spring upon them with your investigative
well,
knowledge.
Springing, I happen to know a thing or two about springing, and he activates the spring boots.
Straight into the ceiling, head through the next floor.
You see this gnome looks at you. Oh,
Right, and
Well.
now you won't forget me. Therefore, I win.
this time. And then walks away.
Tinker 1, unknown gnome 0.
Oh my God.
And you see the head pokes back in. My name's Pharaoh. And then walks away.
Oh my
And then
God.
Tinker yells, Pharaoh 0.
Make an intimidation check.
Oh my God, this he comes in a second.
It was a 9.
A 9. He pops back in. Hands on hips. A tinker makes things. You're not a tinker. You're an untinker.
Ooh.
Ooh, are you gonna? You can't take that.
Oh,
No
shit.
way. No
It's a tink
way.
off.
Yeah, it's a tink off now. I see you reaching for that die.
I've actually lost my D20. I don't know what it
No!
is. I have another D20, but it's not my usual one. Tinker, his eyes narrow, and like an old Western film, you see his hand sort of start to flex the digits right above his hip, thinking about what sort of intriguing contraption he could bring out to prove that he is a tinkerer. And then he sort of stops and goes, "Oh, I'll show you how much of a tinkerer I am,
Oh, yeah?
but you won't see it coming."
Make an intimidation check.
I rolled a 9 again.
I happen to have very good eyes.
Well, I have a really good nose.
Well, can you do this? And he just goes and turns invisible.
No, but I can do this, and he spits at the wall.
See, and at that point, Trish walks past the room, he's going downstairs, and goes, "Who are you talking to? What are you doing? Why are you spitting at the wall?"
Grace, you feel a tug on the hem of your skirt.
What?
Yeah, and you hear a voice from like your waist out that says, "That's gonna be 2 silver pieces in wall damage."
Yeah, go talk to him. And Trish walks off.
Oh no.
Trish just walks downstairs.
All he wanted was to make a suit. I'm just.
It's okay, buddy.
Well, you should have challenged him to make a better suit than you.
Oh, and stolen his suit.
It's like, right, I bet you can't make a better suit out of that curtain.
That would have been genius. It's all right. Tinker's playing the long game. It's all right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tinker, instead of having to pay, is forced to clean the wall and clean the room.
Oh no.
Hold on.
Do they give him a little housekeeping outfit?
Under supervision of a now invisible gnome.
Every time Tinker tries to like meander off course, he just feels a prod and a poke.
Yeah. It's like, get back to it.
Oh, that's so funny.
But this is boring.
Oh
time of the afternoon passes. For those of you who want to partake in a dinner at the tavern, it would be 2 copper pieces for a very light dinner. You've also noticed that the bartender Valia has left, instead tending to the bar now after all of that kerfuffle is this irritable old gnome who's running the show as people are coming and going. Action also seems to be working, serving some of the customers and guests, helping in the back of the kitchen. You also see returning, very tired looking, the little bunny person who then starts helping out as well. And they seem to be too busy to really get into any conversation. As the evening comes, it definitely seems like their business is picking up. They're getting lots to do. But if nothing else, it seems to reach the time for those who are heading over to the ball to make themselves ready. So,
All right.
I want to
So,
mention that
yeah.
Morel will buy meals for everyone, 2 for Forrest. So yeah, I know.
Oh,
Well, because it
friend.
makes it an even silver for me. So
yeah, it's fair. It's fair.
totally not because she favors you or anything, or she knows that you get hungry. You know?
Never.
Never. No, it wouldn't be that.
No.
It would just be
No.
practicality.
Could be. No.
So I think because of things that are to come, we're gonna go on an early break to set some things up.
Nice. Oh, I'm also.
As
Can I just quickly say?
They've decided to split the party.
Can I
Which
just
you
quickly
should
say-
never do.
Can I just quickly say, Forrest
Yes.
shares half of the second dinner with the cat.
Wait, hang on. I need to roll a perception check to see if Tinker sees the cat finally.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. Oh my
roll
God.
a stealth check. Roll a stealth check for Eleonora.
Oh yeah.
I might be able to see
He
it.
may
see mine,
just be
hold on.
feeding your bag potentially.
Yeah. And I just
It's
logged
true.
back.
You might just slide it into the bag. I'll be honest, but oh my God, where is Eleonora?
Eleonora.
Where are you? Oh, you're in extras. There you are. What is it? Stealth?
Stealth.
If she doesn't have stealth
No, it's
proficiency,
a
it's just
plus
dexterity.
4, so I'll just roll her a little d20 here.
Sneaky kitty.
Sneaky.
Yeah. big
She
sneak.
got a 13, so it's a 17.
Okay, what perception for Tinker?
Yeah, also I saw that, so I think I'm logged back into Foundry, which is
You
good.
should be.
Perception.
Nice.
What is with these freaking 9s these days? 12.
No. Tinker has no idea there's a cat.
No, there's
Still
no cat.
completely oblivious.
Mhm.
Probably
Will-
because she's in the bag. She's just
Probably.
chilling in the bag. Yeah.
Yeah, he might consider that Forrest is saving food for later when he's just shoveling food down into Morel's bag. Who knows?
I mean, he's on the second plate by that point, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know.
Makes sense.
Just
Growing up in a community of kobolds where the dinner table was just an absolute mess.
Yes.
Hoarding food like that.
specifically where you come from.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Tinker understands the whole like grabbing this piece of food to eat now, while with the other hand shoveling it into a pocket or something to try and
Mhm.
like get more food later. So
Oh,
yeah,
absolutely.
this is like
Yeah, yeah.
Totally
Tinker
trash.
almost looks like he's going to join in for a second, and then he realizes no, he's at the dinner table outside of his home. He should have a little bit of manners about him.
Also, remember that when Tinker grew up, everyone had caustic acid in their bodies. So, like, half the food you eat is just dissolved before you can swallow. It's it's just
Yeah.
Forever hungry.
forever hungry.
Yeah.
But we're gonna go on a quick break so I can set up the things and prepare for this party.
And
Yes.
before we do that,
Yes.
a while ago, we actually met her pally girl.
Yeah.
That's
I've been
Wait,
waiting to-
what?
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Girls
yeah,
already
yeah.
did that.
I didn't want to
Wait,
interrupt the
what?
flow, but
An
thank
incredibly
you so
kind
much
donator.
to our
Yeah.
yes,
Donate
our
tours.
donations.
We
people.
had it-
I believe it was Dutch
It was a mysterious stranger.
It was a
cuddling-
mysterious stranger.
Mysterious
And it
stranger.
was, and then we also had some
Okay.
from Laura.
And
So thank
then-
you so
and
much.
then, yeah,
That is huge.
Yep.
Thank you all so much. That does not mean that the podcast will start tomorrow,
Because we weren't expecting
No.
it to be filled
But it-
anytime soon.
but it means we can actively prepare for it.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I guess
So
I
it
can
may
unpin
still-
the message.
God damn it.
We-
God damn it.
we had a meeting this week, chat, and we literally said, "Oh, we'll put this up now." And look, whenever it gets met,
In a couple of months, maybe
Yeah.
we'll check
Yeah.
back in.
Like 6
Yeah,
months,
yeah.
that'll be the thing.
This was literally
Immediately-
that Simpsons episode
Goddamn.
where Abe goes, he's like, maybe not today, maybe it's tomorrow, but one day we'll move to New York. And then the story goes, well, later that day we're on a boat. You know, that's literally what just
Yeah.
happened. You know?
I can't believe this. You are all amazing. Thank you so much for showing your support. But do remember that you don't have to sub or donate to show support. The best thing you can do is show up, watch, view, go to YouTube and follow us there as well, and just tell your friends. That's the best thing you can do for us, really. Anything above that, we're highly appreciated for, but we're not going to ask you for that. So the fact that you all did this now already, huge, massive. Thank you so much.
Thank you all
We
so
will
much. It's
keep you
really lovely.
posted on the podcasts.
Yeah.
We will get our butts on it.
But every
We'll get our
new-
butts on it.
every new person who comes in and asks for where's Tinker's shenanigans, I will up the ante on Tinker's shenanigans.
Oh, God.
And we just hit the follower goal
my
as well,
gosh.
and the
Oh,
sub
well-
goal.
Holy heck.
Oh,
We're meeting all our goals tonight. Thank
What
you
the
guys
hell?
so much.
Oh,
We're only halfway through the episode.
Yeah, and we're about to split the party and get everyone killed. So, I mean, like, you know,
Like,
it's
if
probably
we
a good
might
thing we
go
got it
over-
in now
you
before
guys
it's
all
too
know
know
late.
other
You know?
characters, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
Alright.
but
Anyway, we should go on
everyone,
break.
thank you so much. We will see you in just a little bit.
Pew, 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 pew.
So I started spitting.
That's, wait, you started spitting? I started spitting. Spitting these hot rhymes. No, that's no.
We should just get
Mm,
Tinker
mm.
on a t-shirt, and so I started spitting.
I
Yes, yes, yes.
We're hydrated. Oh.
Uh,
I was so. From what I hear, Tinker is now taking a level in Bard so he can have this track.
look. If
It has to.
if we want
Tinker
to
v. Gnome diss
crowdfund
tracks.
a Tinker versus Trish diss track, then you know,
I want that.
we can certainly try. But I'm warning you, I'm not good at that.
Hey, I'll just ghostwrite for you. It's fine. In fact, I'll write both parts. I got you.
and then we're gonna get like B-reel footage of Orb and I recording it, like
Oh.
really getting
Yeah.
into it.
Yes. Yes.
Oh
Yes.
gosh.
Yeah.
For sure.
I would
And
want
then-
to.
and
I want to
then-
see an
Yeah,
animation
you.
video clip for that, though. You know, like have the music, have a music video that's just like all animated of Tinker and Trish actually just
Trish.
like at a mic in a booth, like you know, having their battle.
This is
All right.
crowdfunding we're gonna do for this. It's enormous.
And Morel and Forrest are just like in the background having
Yeah.
a drink, just
Mm.
actively ignoring.
Yeah, or we're doing the mixing.
Oh yeah. Forrest is like mixing, and Morel is just trying not to be there.
The camera
no, she's
pans
just
to
like-
Morel, and Morel just like slides out of.
Well, she's in the
frame.
producer's chair in the booth, you know, on the other side, just like
She keeps trying to leave it, and
yeah.
someone's always in her way. Mm,
All right, chat. Let's make it happen.
yeah. Woo!
There we go.
I don't even know what we need to set up for that, but let's.
Yeah.
You and I would need singing lessons.
I got you
You
for
don't need
free.
to sing, you just need to rap.
Oh,
Oh, true. I don't got you.
Yeah, I mean, rapping for me is probably not the best trait I have.
You
That's
don't
what makes
have
it
to
fun.
talk fast to rap.
I
You
mean,
just
I
have
think-
to talk with intention.
Okay, well, I do believe I got a -5 on my rapping in real life. It's there.
yeah,
I
hang on.
sense a story.
I'm gonna roll. Okay, I rolled.
Okay, roll
I rolled
for
a natural
distract.
20 on rapping, so
Oh.
I just
Oh, you don't even
you know
You're
the
there.
right.
Yeah. Nice.
It's basically a present.
yeah.
Yeah. Orb, I have a question for you. For Trish, really. How does Trish take the news that Morel is not coming to
Yeah.
ball?
For Trish, well, she sort of figured that you might have not go anyway, but it'd be more the intentions. And now the forest isn't going. That she's like, well, fuck, I'm going by myself. Like,
Yeah.
shit.
And here's how she explains it to you, because she's not thinking of she's not very good at explaining, but she just tells you that she has something on with Forrest and Action later that night. That's all she says.
And I've read that in one of my books before.
And Morel just stares at her, kind of like backs out of the room.
I feel like the way Trish finds out that Tinker is now going to the ball is that, you know, in the scenes in like a lot of those films, like those films about like American high school, and there's that prom, and like the
stairs? Is it
the
a
girl
stairs moment?
starts walking down the stairs, right?
Yeah.
So I kind of like the idea of like Trish comes out of her room and then Tinker comes out of his room and they meet at the top of the stairs.
That's classy. We didn't have stairs I never got to meet someone down the stairs at my prom.
Oh,
We didn't have a prom.
Yeah,
Australia doesn't do prom.
well.
I mean,
It's okay.
got to
We-
finish high school to go to prom, and I never did that. So
I don't think
No,
we,
you don't have to. It's junior prom. You're fine.
I don't
We
think
Drop
we
out
called
last
it-
year, you'll be fine.
we
I
had
don't
a
think we called it a
debutante.
prom.
I went to a
No.
debutante.
Oh, you had a deb ball.
Yeah, I went to one of them.
What's a
My
deb
girlfriend at the time was like, "Oh, we should do this." So I'm like, "I don't dance." Oh yeah, we're doing this. Oh great. So that's how I learned how to dance, guys. Yeah, and then I think I went to a year 10 informal, and that was it.
Informal.
Informal, because you have the year 12 formal, I believe. I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah.
clever.
Yeah,
So you
my
just wear jeans to that one, or?
my year level, I think there was a lack of interest because they turned it into a masquerade ball, and like it was
Why
it was
would you not
weird.
be interested?
No, so here's the thing, right? So like the student council turned it into a masquerade ball, thinking this was the bee's knees, and
It is
then
the bee's knees.
nobody put in for it. Like nobody was like put in any interest for it, and then they were just like, oh well, if you don't like our idea, we just won't do anything. It was incredibly vindictive. It was just
Wow.
like, oh, okay, so you don't want to do anything then.
I feel like it
Womp
sounds like
womp.
you guys lost out though, because
Mm.
not being interested in a masquerade ball sounds
Yeah.
like you guys were in the wrong there. I
Look.
mean,
I don't care for any sort of formal of that description. So Tinker
where I
and
tell you that
Ozzy's
we also had
thoughts on
homecoming.
balls are the same, you know?
I'm not gonna lie. I've always thought it'd be cool to go to like one of those big American prom things. I thought it'd be cool. I don't know. I just think it's cool dressing up and hanging out with your mates.
it is cool. I want you to know that in the middle of most of the dances, so we had like 2 a year, in the middle of the dance floor, there was just a sweaty mass of people jumping.
Oh yeah, I would not be in that.
I want you,
would not.
yeah, I want you to know that that was the gravitational core of the dance floor. And then there were like people like us who were just kind of on the sidelines, also jumping, but less so. Less
That's
so.
fair. That's
I'll
fair.
just have you know, when it was time for me to graduate, I went to one prom. It was not my own. It was my partner at the time. So I knew no one except for my partner and like 2 of their friends. And let's just say it was the time when Gangnam Style was the hippest
Let's
shit.
go.
Oh,
Yes, I love that for you.
well.
I did not love that for me.
I
Not gonna lie, I love that.
I kind of love that.
That's some timing, all right.
Yep.
Okay, I sorry everyone, I've been staring down at my monitor, but I've been trying to prep for things now that I know who's going where.
We made the
I'm
session
sorry.
hard.
Mhm.
No, it's
Made
fine.
this
It's
really
fine.
hard on you.
Look,
I
that's
could
par
have-
for the
I could have
course,
swapped-
like,
I could have swapped faster.
Nah.
I could have been better at this. I could have been better.
No, you're being
you
the
couldn't
best
have.
that you can be, and that's what
Actually, you
matters.
literally. There is no better. No, I'm walking over there. That's it.
Yep. I would have laughed so hard if Cuddly actually. Wait, bro, you grab Cuddly's camera and just walk around.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm coming. I'm coming.
But you got to do it sideways, Cuddly.
I'm coming to you. Is that the right way?
Yeah, it is actually. Yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
Yeah, go on. Start walking.
She's... Wait.
Am I
There you
making
go.
You're in
it?
there. You're in there. You're right
Where am
there.
I going?
Just
Where am I
punching her in the
going,
chin.
guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, punch Josie.
He actually killed me.
Yeah.
All right, well, running back. To...
I'm not gonna do that, but the leech.
Shit is broken.
The immersion.
Sorry.
While you were doing this, Brody was moving you down the screen, like you were doing the invisible stairs all across.
No. Betrayed.
Okay.
All right, that's
Okay,
enough
hold on.
mucking around for 1 second.
Yeah.
All right.
Back to Tinker. For more
Back
monkeying
back
around.
to Tinker. No, we actually, I'm gonna ask you as we come back in, the players, where do we start?
Mm.
At the ball or in the sewers?
I mean,
I
Ooh,
mean,
that's a good
that's a hard one.
question. Yeah.
Roll a dice.
roll
Okay.
the dice.
Yeah, roll
And
dice.
that is the
But
D&D
then-
way.
That is the D&D way. I'm gonna ask Orb to roll a D6. Evens,
Ooh.
we go to the ball. Odds, we go to the sewers.
And I'm rolling. It's a 4.
Or evens,
Right. It's
we
ball.
go to the
ball
ball.
time.
We ball in.
We,
We
I
ball.
see us
in.
falling. We're
Hey.
walking.
Okay.
Pink is skating on everyone. Yeah, see? I can't rap, guys.
Tinker and Trish, you arrive at the Red Glow Estate for the evening's charity event. You realize that many people here are much more finely dressed than you are, especially Tinker. There's a high amount of security, bulwarks, and private muscle. You walk up, there's decor, this massive mansion, and as you get to the door, the first thing you realize is there's an entry fee.
Oh.
Yes.
Trish looks at Red
No.
Tinker and I don't suppose you've got your fee, do you?
I don't know what it is yet.
You look, and it looks like everyone is dropping 2 silver coins into a collection box upon entry. There's no one taking the money. It's more a collection box just sitting there, but everyone is dropping 2 silver pieces each into it.
Trish is gonna pretend to drop 2 silver pieces in there.
Okay, I will ask you to make a deception or sleight of hand check.
Oh, let's get sleight of hand. 13.
13. Yeah. You walk by, you hold the hand over. Maybe you make a little fake sound by thrumming your nails against the box itself. But no one bats an eye. Tinker, it's your turn to pass the box.
Tinker makes sure to catch Trish's eye when he drops 4 silver pieces into the box.
Oh,
Oh my.
Fucking power move.
He is also now broke. He has no money to his name again.
But Trish doesn't know that.
Trish doesn't know.
It's all for the
He's
vibe.
just like
Uh,
making it right.
Tinker, as you do this, you did see someone looking at you like they were just about to catch you, like they're looking at you like you're gutter filth, and then you drop 4 silver coins and the person just like takes a step back and lets you pass through.
That's right. This is for charity.
When Tinker catches up to Trish, he goes, "It's all about making a good first impression."
And you do that very well, I have realized.
And he straightens his hair.
Yeah, just now the two of you, I'm gonna ask you to make a choice. As you enter, you go through, and it's very clearly staff are placed out, preventing you from going to any places you're not supposed to. There are marked lavatories, water closets, but you are led to a large ballroom, essentially. It looks like a great hall of sorts. You see sofas and couches have been pushed up against the wall, some tables have been set out. But mainly, there's just a large open floor area, maybe a little bit of a stage off in the short, far end. You also see some windows out into a well-kept back garden. But I'm going to ask you to make performance, deception, or persuasion checks. Your total roll will be your tact score. And if that drops to 0, you're kicked out.
Oh!
That
Okay,
is,
I like
that is
this.
You
fantastic.
said persuasion, deception.
Persuasion, deception, or performance. Basically, you can either performance is just making it seem like you know where you are, like you're standing out. Persuasion would be holding elegance.
Yep.
And deception is just fake it till you make it.
Deception, let's go, baby.
Persuasion, let's go.
Oh, it was hovering on the natural 20. I just.
Oh.
Okay.
We got a 16.
I got a
Yeah,
15.
so remember your totals. Those are your tact scores.
Okay.
15. Okay.
During the events of the ball, because there are several events, you can expend tact at a 1-to-1 ratio to add to any rolls.
Okay.
Okay.
But only for things that have to do with the ball itself.
Okay.
You see immediately
great.
there are some people dancing to music that seems to come emanating from the wall itself. But there's lots of people here. Some are mingling, some are just drinking. You can see some people are definitely taking this opportunity to court those they may be interested in. There's people all over, there's chattering. You do see two figures that you might recognize immediately. Two of the individuals you've come to know as staff at the Daughters of Flame. You catch Valia, the Emberkin, and Sengreth, the Simoran. As after a little bit, the music picks up, people get into the swing of things, just having a great time, talking, mingling, and discussing. You also realize that there is a shadow auction going on. By the stage, there seems to be a little folder with various items, and underneath there is a bid box and a couple of notes where you can write down the number of the item you wish to bid for, how much you're bidding, but also, seemingly for some magical reason, the folder itself does update with the current highest bid. So it's not fully a shadow auction. It also does say, if you were to flip to the very, very back end, you realize that it says that 10% of profits from the auction will go to the needy.
Wow.
Oof.
Wow.
Classic.
At that point, though, Trish is like, Tinker. Hmm.
Yes, my lady.
I
Where
think
would you
this
like
is.
to go?
I
What
think
would you
this
like
is
to
you. This is the part where you ask me to dance.
You bet your tail. It is. And then Tinker holds out his hand.
And she's already regretting this, but ends up holding your hand and
Okay.
goes out for a
And
dance.
We go to the dance floor.
As you go to dance, some people watch as the short little, almost lizard-like individual with the clearly patchwork suit but with a very nice bow tie, steps out onto the floor with this lovely Yuki-looking young woman, and they start to dance. And I would like the two of you to make performance checks.
Here we go.
Let's go.
Here we go.
Oh. I would like to add. I look. This is. I've got a reason for this. I would like to add. I'm gonna add 8 to this. I'm gonna cut half my tax score. I want this to be a 16.
Shit. Yeah, yeah.
I was only going to add 2, but okay, yeah. I'll just
Okay,
add
but
2
you
to
can
make
remember you've added those. So with the addition, you start dancing, the two of you, and while Trish seems to have some formal training in dancing, as the two of you take to the floor, Tinker, with his quick wits, managed to pick up how it works. Maybe he picks up on the rhyme, the pattern recognition of it, and he manages, after a few quick stumbles, he just gets into the swing of things, and he starts leading. And the two of you just have a great time dancing. You're doing really well, and some people are actually eyeing you up. But it seems, with the now lowered attack score, while you're dancing well, Tinker, there are rumors starting about why you're here.
He hasn't done anything.
But you do start hearing like murmur of like, he might be a good dancer. Have you looked at his clothes? Stuff like that are coming too.
Tinker,
Wow.
you're actually somewhat decent at this.
Well, there's a lot of things that you don't know about me, despite what you might have been told otherwise.
Well, I have heard things about. Hang on. How do you.
Look, I'm going to come clean. I heard the conversation you had with the individual back at the interrogation room, and I need to clear the air.
It's just Disney princess dancing as they're having this conversation, and I love it.
Exactly what this is. I was aiming for this whole time. That's why we needed to dance, baby.
I will say, Tinker, as you say that, you do clock the very familiar platinum blonde, like posh cut, and the high-strung, almost like choking tight turtleneck of a white blouse. As far away, sitting at one of the tables, currently having drinks, is Nyla Argwig.
Oh, Jersey, why do you dangle that carrot in front of me? Oh, you could have just ruined the whole night. Okay. No, keep together, Tinker. All right.
Look, Trish, whatever you've been told, I mean, I know what you've been told, but whatever you've been told, I am not an intentionally bad person.
You're not?
I'm not. I might be problematic at times. I might be a little too adventurous in my tinkering. And I might be a little violent.
At that point, Trish accidentally steps on your toe.
Don't!
I'm sorry.
No one picks up on it because of your disguise, Trish. It looks like you were still an inch away from his feet.
Go activate those springs so your toes are out of distance.
Oh, I wonder if he did wear the spring shoes, actually.
I don't know why I'm being called a criminal. And why, yes, I do have past things that need to be dealt with. I don't believe that you have been told the entire truth.
Tell me this. Why were you banished?
Oh, well, that's certainly a big band-aid to rip off in our first dance.
I know, but I think for us to heal, I think I need to know why.
Popcorn.
I was banished.
And he gets a smile on his face, but his eyes say that he's telling the truth.
For being too good at what I can do.
If you want to,
And-
you can make an insight check, Trish.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that.
And I will say, Tinker, just roll a d20.
It better be a 20.
Good insight. Yeah.
Yeah, just roll a d20 and let us know the total, but don't tell us if you're using persuasion or deception.
Okay. Cool.
That's a good.
That's a good.
That's a
roll.
good roll.
Ooh, that's a pretty good roll.
Well, I had already decided what I was using as I rolled,
Mhm.
and I'm not going to change that. So the total is
Okay.
18.
The total is 18. So with that 20 insight from Trish, he is telling the truth, albeit he's omitting details. But he's not lying, even if he's being cheeky.
Okay. You're very obviously good at tinkering, and you're saying your tinkering was too good, and they had to banish you.
Tinkering's not the only thing you've seen me do.
Well, no, I've seen you slobber everywhere.
And I'm saying I'm too good at what I can do.
Oh.
But come
Oh.
now, this isn't the time for conversation. This is a time for dancing and mingling and drinks.
Do you know what? I am quite parched after all this.
You didn't even talk much, but that's okay. We can go.
I just need to decompress. And where should be the drinks?
Where are the drinks?
You look around and you do see a handful of servers are walking around with what looks like brass serving trays with high flutes of champagne. And I'm actually going to ask one of you. No, I think the last random roll was from Trish. So Tinker, could you roll me a D8?
Sure.
It's a date.
Damn it, Roju. Well,
That's
I
so
rolled a 2, so no 8 for you.
Oh.
As you finish dancing, and you all both grab a flute each of drinks from one of the passerbys, you then get the sense that maybe it was an inspiration of yours. Maybe there's an unspoken rule, but very quickly the dance floor is filled with couples dancing. One-on-one dances start just sporadically blooming across the dance floors, and the next couple of minutes are just people enjoying the music, their each other's company.
Trish is drinking her glass a little quicker at this point in time when she sees this happening.
Mhm.
Just sort of looking the other way, not looking at Tinker, and just drinking.
Tinker is sipping his wine, assuming it's wine, in the most dainty way possible. He's putting on
Okay.
all the airs. The pinky finger is
Mhm,
up.
mhm.
Pinky finger is up. And he is scanning the room for anyone who's, sort of off to the side, not like less involved in the dancing, and more involved in like the conversation and the mingling. Whoever looks like an investor type, like that profile of like normally of a larger sort of
Someone
like,
who's got money to
got
spend.
money to spend,
Looking for
and
a
obviously
whale.
spends it. Yeah, that's what
He's
he's
going
going.
fishing.
I'll be honest with everyone. He's looking for a mark. All right, he's looking for a
Yeah,
mark.
There we go.
He's got that pyramid scheme ready to go. He's got his PowerPoint ready.
Oh, the PowerPoint.
Make a perception check.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. Less excellent. We'll do a 15.
15. I'm going to tell you a couple of things. A 15 is pretty decent. You do definitely see a more rotund looking woman with lots of jewelry, like obnoxiously much jewelry, like all the various lanterns and lights. There are 2 chandeliers in the large ceiling. She's almost sparkling, but in a painful way. You've seen her go up to the bidding box several times. Like a lot of times in a very short amount of time. It seems whenever anyone goes up there, it's like she goes and checks if she's been overbid. That kind of thing. You also see Valia and Sengreth enjoying a dance, but you quickly get the vibe that they probably danced before, but you can't tell if it's a romantic connection. They seem to be having fun more than any form of blossoming. And you do catch Nyla Arguig staring daggers at you and Trish. And there's one thing you didn't expect to see here. One of the servers walking in and out of one of the back rooms looks just like Mirelle.
As in,
Have you seen Morel without her mask on? That's
Yeah,
my next
You have
Wait.
been without
Yeah,
mask
yeah,
several
yeah, yeah.
times.
That's
So-
right. Yeah.
so as in looks just
Maybe
like
the hair is put up in
Yeah.
like a ponytail. The skin is a bit more tanned,
Mm.
but it's spot on, Mirelle.
Trish walks straight up to that person. Morel!
I thought Tinker was doing the.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
No, never mind. You do you.
I mean, you could have definitely caught this as well. Like if you see where Tinker's looking,
No, Trish is not
If-
looking at
if
Tinker
Trish-
because
no,
everyone
Trish-
was dancing.
If Trish goes off, then that's fine. That works.
That
Okay.
works.
no,
Get her
okay.
out of here.
I've done the tender thing. Where did?
Yeah, no. So maybe Trish, like Tinker, suddenly like stops mid-drink. He looks over. You follow his eye line, and you see Mirelle walking around serving drinks, taking old empty glasses back into one of the back rooms. And when you look back down, Tinker is gone.
You lost him.
He doesn't even look for where he's gone. Just, we had our moment, that was it.
Yeah,
Time to go talk to Morel.
yeah.
And
And
yeah.
you walk up, you call out the name Mirelle. This person looks over at you and then sort of, excuse me, do I know you?
Are you not Morel?
Do you want a drink? Yes, my name's Mirelle. Would you like another drink? Sort of looks around, confused.
Do you not know who I am?
I'm sorry, I couldn't memorize the entire guest list. It's an open event.
You look very close like my friend with the same name and the same looks. I need Tinker. Where is he gone?
All right. You have a lovely time, and then just keeps collecting and serving drinks.
And Trish is now looking for Tinker.
Yeah, where does Trish see Tinker?
So Tinker has clocked this very affluent looking woman,
Yes.
and you say she's going back and forth towards the
Yeah.
shadow auction box.
Yeah, the
All
bidding box,
yeah, the
we'll
bidding
call
box,
it.
yeah. So once he kind of figures out the natural timing, because obviously she's checking it multiple times, he kind of makes his way over there at the same time, and just so happens to reach for the pen or whatever to write down the bid at the same time she does. And sort of goes,
And you hear, oh,
"Oh,
well, hello there.
I'm terribly sorry, madam. It's just
No, by all means, go ahead.
oh, well,
It just
I was-
looks at you like she's just seen like a cute little child.
Well, I just couldn't help but notice that everyone was popping on over here. There must be something interesting up for auction.
Well, yes, there are several things I'm bidding on tonight.
Oh, what might they be? If they've attracted the eye of such a wonderful
I see
woman as
you're
yourself.
simply too short to see the ledger.
Unfortunately,
Would you like me to
so.
pick you up?
Oh, not uppies.
Tinker's eye twitches, and he goes,
Please do.
Oh, very well. And she will pick you up like she's holding a chihuahua. Just like,
Tinker.
like close to her bosom, just holding you, like the arm, like in between your legs, and the hand on your like sternum. It's like, here we go, and just starts like flipping through the folder.
So what is that?
You do see several items, pieces of art, nice craftsmanship.
Mhm.
I will say there are two items in this auction that may seem interesting. You see what is apparently there's a picture of a large, almost yellowy green patches in the fur, a wolf, large, almost the size of a horse, in a cage.
Oh,
You see the title written as The Fool's Gold Wolf. And it says, this wolf, and she starts reading to you, almost like she expects you can't read.
Tinker doesn't correct.
It says, the Fool's Gold Wolf, very rare for them to grow to such an age. They show so much beauty in their fur. This one was apparently caught just earlier today. Yes, and I plan on buying it and taming it. I'm going to name it Felix.
That is a
She's
wonderful
like
name.
holding you.
I can see Felix written all over them.
Right. And you see the current bid is 12 gold pieces.
All right.
So I'll have to, of course, I'll have to spend a fair amount on training such a beast. But imagine what people will say.
Oh,
And she flips through, and she flips, and there's one page where you quickly just spot that the bid keeps going down rather than up.
Okay.
And she just flips past.
Mm,
It says, well, doesn't seem like anyone's outbid me yet.
oh well, and so they shouldn't. That Felix is meant to be yours. It is meant to be.
Right, thank you. I think we'll have a good bond. I'm quite good with animals, you see, and she starts like stroking your toupee.
Tinker kind of, whenever she strokes, he shuffles his head to make sure it doesn't go, come off as she strokes. And he goes,
Oh, yes, that's very, very apparent. Well, I just see. I must admit, I've got a bit of an eye for those who, know their stuff when it comes to rare finds and oddities.
Oh, really?
Yes. You see, I'm a bit of a oddity creator, you could say.
You're a creator?
Oh, yes, I mean, and when I look like this, I've got to have something going for me, don't I?
What do you mean you're adorable?
Oh, stop it. If you'd like, I can show you.
Oh? By all means. And she goes to put you down and like grabs you under your arms and puts you down like a toddler.
Oh, so gentle, thank you.
and then he
Yes,
fishes,
I wouldn't want to hurt you.
he fishes out his little black book. And so this is all part of his masterworked plan here.
Yeah.
He wanted her to point out what she was looking at in the bidding book, because now in this book that he's got, right, it's a book of essentially just random ideas he's come up with over the years. And he flicks to a page, one of the ones he folded, where it was essentially a harness sort of device for large creatures that allows someone to walk them but not feel any of the strain or stress of the creature pulling on the harness.
So like an anti-pull leash harness thing.
That's pretty much what it
Okay.
is.
Okay.
See, this one here, I actually was thinking of just the other day, and because
You drew this?
well, yes.
Oh my, you're so talented for your age.
Oh, thank you. There's only so much
You're
flattery.
so well spoken too.
Oh, well, absolutely. Thank you on that one.
And
The only problem is it's so hard to build all these ideas. You see, again, with someone like me with this size and it no one sort of believes in me and it's just hard to gather, well, allow me to be frank, it's so hard to gather support.
I know that feeling all too well. Make a persuasion check.
okay, please, dice. If there's just one that I really want, I've worked hard
Just a
on.
nat 20. Just a nat 20. That's all we need.
We'll take that 19.
Oh,
Close enough.
I saw it go on the 1 for a second.
Well, you've intrigued me. How about we find your parents and we can have a discussion?
Tinker scares the
I'm
room.
joking. I'm joking. I could tell from your writing, and I must apologize for my behavior. You see, you seemed a child to me.
Oh, no. By all means, I'm not gonna lie, I enjoyed it.
Well, how about we go and have a sit down and we can discuss particulars?
Absolutely. How about a drink as well?
Ah, you're speaking my language. And the two of you move off to one of the various seating arrangements. What is Trish doing? As this
Still
is
looking
happening?
for Tinker. Like,
Okay, make a perception check.
how many fucking ones can we get?
No,
Sorry.
all you see looking around, you try to look for Tinker, and no, he's nowhere to be seen. Nowhere at all.
So good.
With not being able to find Tinker, she panics a little bit that she's not being chaperoned.
Yeah.
She's afraid that someone might start hitting on her. So, is there any food or anything nearby?
Well, you go to look around for food instead when you can't see Tinker. When you realize that one of the reasons you can see him is because the crowd is getting pretty thick, and all of a sudden, before you realize, you're caught in this massive escapade of dancing as the entire dance floor is now caught up in like these not just couples dancing, but people are switching partners. There's large groups like going in circles as just the dance floor is now packed. And you are simply just grabbed by a random person and pulled into this flurry. And I'm going to ask you for a performance check. Or
Now's
a
your time to
stealth
shine.
check if you want to try and sneak away from the dance.
I think
Oh,
I'll keep that one.
shit.
I'll keep
Let's
my
go.
performance.
Natural 20
There we go.
performance? Oh, my
Yeah,
lord.
you immediately, maybe you figure that moving around will give you better vantage point, but you let yourself be swept away by the dance. And it's going really well.
Sweet.
So I'm going to ask you, how is it that Trish performs so well in this dance? What motivates this incredible performance?
Just seeing everyone so happy. That's probably the biggest thing. And seeing everyone just move so elegant and just everyone's just having an amazing time. And
Yeah.
for that, she wants to show them that she's having a great time as well. And she just puts it all out to show.
Yeah. No, that's great. That's wonderful. Can I ask Tinker to roll a d8?
Absolutely. 1.
1. As you're sitting there talking, there's a sudden bell that rings out, a little chime. Ding, ding, ding. You hear some clapping, and you see an elegantly dressed woman. Not packed with the decor like some of the others who are trying to very clearly compensate for something. You see an Emberkin woman. Maybe she's mixed with something else. Her hair doesn't really have that fiery glow, those red tints. It's more like a really dark, almost like lilac color. It's like strange. The way the light hits it makes it shine in different colors as well. The texture seems a little bit different, but she's wearing incredibly ornate, well-fitted, tailored to her specific body outfit. Could probably be the host of the inning that says, everyone, it is time for some speed mingling. And you see servers come and just putting chairs all across this dance room. And the person you're sitting with, who you now come to know as Madame Scarlet, she's introduced herself as.
Sorry, that was Madame Scarlet?
Yes. And she says, do not worry about that. We can stay to our business. And she'll just ask you questions about your intended invention. And you get the sense that she knows what she's talking about. Like, she's constantly almost drilling you. She's asking what material you would use. And then she might be like, oh yeah? But what if this happens? Or she might point out a flaw in one of the materials you mentioned.
Oh no!
Like, she's Shark Tanking you.
Oh no!
So I'm gonna need you in this situation. I'm gonna ask you to make a Tinker Tools check, but with intelligence. So I'm gonna ask you to make an intelligence check, but with your proficiency bonus added.
Okay, cool. All right, let's give that a go then. I'm gonna juice that. Oh, does this count for?
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Okay, Tinker is thrown from
You have
this.
8 points of tact left, remember?
Yeah. He was thrown. He did not expect. He thought he was going to be able to charm and woo and hopefully walk away with a little bit of cash, and another promise note that he will tear up when he leaves. However, she has surprised him, so we will use.
But she's also taken out some spectacles and a notebook of her own.
Yeah, which is
like these
honestly,
half moon, like glow spectacles.
I'm not gonna lie. This Tinker's. He's definitely sweating. So we will we'll add
because you remember you do have an extra +2 from proficiency, so it's a 12. Your base roll is considered a 12.
Right, okay. In that case, I will add 6 to make it 18.
Oh. Okay, so she can see you sweating, but you do respond. She's like definitely starting to realize that maybe you came here with an agenda. Like, as your tact is going down, she's definitely like, okay, this guy doesn't belong here. But even though you're sweating, maybe you're fumbling, maybe you're, stuttering a little bit, you're still giving her good answers. And she's like, okay, like, you're keeping up, if we put it like that.
Yeah.
But I'm saying there may be more checks before you can land this one.
Oh dear.
If you want to stay here and keep working this angle.
I really want to go find that other woman, but this is becoming very juicy, so I want to stay here.
Okay. Trish, you're finished dancing. You're filled with that energy that comes with having a great time. Maybe the drinks are helping. but you're having a good time. You've said hi to some people, shook some hands. Definitely don't remember any of their names. They just flew by. But you do see this ballroom is being set up for speed mingling. Do you plan on participating?
Speed ming, no. No, Trish is
Okay.
sidelining herself. She is not speed.
Then I'm gonna
mingling
need a
with-
stealth check from you.
Oh no!
You think you're getting out of speed mingling, huh?
Nice try.
Nice try.
Yeah, Tinker is covered by. Oh shit.
I'm so sick of ones tonight.
Oh my gosh, it's
What is the
ones
story
or
of this
20s
die?
tonight. This is
The
great.
story of the dice is
Oh. Okay.
so good.
You lose 8 points of tact, but you do manage to excuse yourself.
Oh my god.
So where does that put you?
like 2.
Where does that put you? What?
Hang on, I got 15. Take
Yeah.
2. That's 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5 points left.
5 points left. So you excuse yourself. All the people you danced with, you shook hands with, they almost look at you like, oh, that's a bummer. Like people, like as you're excusing yourself from the mingling event that's occurring, a lot of people are like, okay, that's a bit weird. We thought you were cool.
I'm still cool, just not this sort of cool.
I'm hip. I'm cool.
No, but it's like
I'm cool.
some people seemed excited to get a chance to talk to you some more, maybe get to know you. You
After that
excuse
performance,
yourself.
you know.
Now, Trish, I would like you to roll another d8. But I will say a 3 or lower is a reroll, as we've covered some of the events for the evening.
Well, it's a 4.
It's a 4. As this takes place, the music dies down for a moment. As the host comes back out and says, well, I believe we've had enough bids to cover the expenses of the evening and then some. And I hope everyone's had a good time. Of course, this does not mean that the evening is over by any means, but we are going to be closing the auctions. And Tinker, you immediately see your grip over Madame Scarlet is loosening as her attention drifts towards this closing of the auction. Now we're giving everyone one last chance to bid before the end. And as expected, the ring is now down to 8 silver pieces with no bids for the entire evening. Are you sure? No one would like to bid? Even though we have no providence, it is claimed to have once been well worn by Harthok herself. And everyone's still like smiling, like shaking their heads.
Seeing this reaction from Madame Scarlet, Tinker would pipe up and go,
Oh, did you want to check the bids one last time? Just in case, I would hate for you to lose Felix.
I'm gonna say make a persuasion check with advantage. Because now you're being nice. You've had this conversation. You soften her up. And she's like tugging between, does she go check on the bids? Does she talk to this really interesting individual that she's met? So make a persuasion roll with disadvantage to keep her attention on you.
Sorry, was that disadvantage or advantage?
No, advantage.
Yes. Well, we didn't do too great on that. I do need to juice it again. Yeah, I'll juice it with another 6 to make 15.
Oh shit! How many do you have left now?
4.
Oh, whoa. Yeah, so you make it a 16, and she definitely like She can tell your act, like she appreciates your gesture.
Tinker
but
genuinely wants to go over there, so that's sort of his.
yes,
Yeah,
and so you want to go check the auction?
as well, yeah.
Yeah.
Because now that
She
he's heard
says-
about that ring, he wants to double check.
Would you like to give me company?
I would want nothing more.
Wonderful. Shall we?
Tinker.
She just stands up. She
Tinker-
stands up.
Oh, yep. Cool. And yeah, Tinker escorts Madame Scarlet over to the.
So Trish, now you definitely see as people are looking towards this almost like stage area. You do see Tinker walking almost hand in hand with a woman who you've never seen before, decked out to her nails in jewelry.
So Trish is going to approach, but not actually say anything, but be in earshot of everything that's happening and being said, and keeping a close watch on Tinker.
You would say you're looking very closely at Tinker.
Yeah, I am currently, yes.
Okay. As we look over the bids,
Mm-hmm.
Tinker would, when he's able to sort of look at the bidding book himself, he would open it up on the
Yes.
page of the ring.
Yeah.
Is there any what's the information on the page, or is it just?
It just says a well-kept copper ring. Rumors say it once belonged to Hathok herself in her youth, before ascending. But then there's an asterisk saying, no providence exists to prove this state, but one might also like to have this just as a conversation piece. And you actually see the price now has dropped down to 6 silver pieces.
Has Trish made herself known to Tinker that she's around?
Probably not.
Okay.
Because
Can I use perception to look for Trish?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Trish
I'm
is,
not
I would say
actually
Trish is,
hiding,
no,
so-
you're not hiding.
That's a 19.
Yeah, so you look around and you see Trish, but a few feet away, like among the people, but still sticking out.
Well, since Orb said Trish was watching Tinker,
Mhm.
Tinker would catch Trish's eye, very pointedly indicate with his claw the page, and then return his attention to Madame Scarlet.
Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna ask, how are you indicating with the claw? Like tapping a number?
Yeah. What was the current bid? It was 8, wasn't it?
Six.
It was down to 6
Down to
silver
6?
pieces.
Yeah. He taps 6 times.
Okay.
I'm going to ask Trish to make an insight roll or an investigation check.
$17.
17.
It's pretty good.
Trish, you know how to pick up on messages like these? As part of your education, you know exactly what Tinker is referring to.
Trish goes.
You
Sorry.
step up and you also see the page with the ring as the Tinker has now turned and is talking to this woman he's been spending the evening with.
Trish is going to place the bid.
You, what are you bidding? 6 silver pieces or
Yep,
more?
six for now.
Okay. After some conversation back and forth, people filter in to do some more bidding. Madame Scarlet also walks in to bid up once more to make sure that Felix does indeed become hers. The ring, no one else bids on. You even hear some people mention, like, almost like, huh, someone bid on the ring. Well, lost money to them. Then the auction closes, and the host, Mrs. Redglow, simply calls out, "We will be sending the staff to collect payments from the various winners. Trust that we know who you are. And everyone, have a great, wonderful evening. And Tinker, will you roll me a d8?
Sure.
As almost as suddenly, the evening just returns
That's a reroll. It was a 3.
to what it just had. Yes, I need you to roll. Actually, you could roll a d4.
A D4.
Then we won't need any rerolls.
Sweet. 4.
A 4. As people go back to mingling, the time moves along, passes through the evening. You spend some more time talking to Madame Scarlet about your inventions and ideas. And I'm going to ask you for one last persuasion check.
Oh dear. Will this be the persuasion check that gets me kicked out?
Maybe.
Why
can't I
steal this deal? Right.
Nope.
Well, that was a good run.
That was a good run.
Yeah, I can only juice it with 4. So
Yeah, so
that's
you
a 10.
you have the option to take a fail rather than letting your tact
look,
hit 0.
I think okay. He will I think at this point he's been thrown off his game. The ring interested him, so I think
Maybe
he
he's
will take the
distracted.
fail. He's distracted, and he doesn't hide it from Madame Scarlet. He seems, a little bit over his depth.
Yeah, she maintains conversation, but she also clearly like puts down her pen and closes her notepad. Like she can feel that you're done, so to speak. So she also just goes like into some regular conversation, talking just generically about the evening, about inventions, about her work, and she is indeed an investor of sorts. Someone who promotes up-and-comers. She says one of her most recent proteges a couple of years ago was one Mr. Meyermort, whom she helped open his own business. And he's doing really well for himself. And she's had a good profit payback from that.
Wow. From Tinker would be interested to know, like, does Meyermort sort of run a store, or does he
Mr. Meyermort makes custom furniture.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There you go. Cool. Well, okay. Okay. All right.
As that's happening, Trish, you see people filter out towards the back garden. The music is softening. Tinker, you also realize that Madame Scarlet is, she mentions, the old classic that she feels like stretching her legs. And you also see that most of the people are now heading back, like into the garden. And it looks like there's 2 or 3 people, some form of performers, getting ready for something in the back.
Yeah.
And Chris, you are stopped. A hand on your shoulder. And you turn around and you just hear, "Is this how you keep a low profile?" As a platinum blonde, somewhat tan-skinned woman looks at you, wearing very nice clothes. A very form-fitted dress with a corset. Also, like, very voluminous. The skirt, lots of petticoats go all the way down to the floor. Long sleeves, and a fairly, like, billowing cardigan on top, heading out. As you see Nyla Ardwig.
Well, if you weren't here, no one else would have known who I am.
But you could have easily been recognized.
By who?
You are still doing a terrible job.
I'm blending. Hanging
I
out.
will say you're doing better than earlier today. But you've got to put some more effort in, please.
I guess I could try. I'm doing everything you asked.
If you come by my office at the Heights, I can give you some pointers. I know I was rough towards you before, but you're improving. You obviously took what I said to heart.
I did. I went, well, I can't be a kid forever. I need to grow up.
Very true. So I'm offering you a helping hand.
Okay.
But for now, I would love to enjoy the fire show. And she
Oh,
walks
that's
out.
what's going on.
Yeah.
And Chris walks out behind her.
As you walk out, you see the woman that Tinker was spending time with also heading out. And turning that way, Trish, you see through the open door to one of the back rooms, one of the waitresses is being yelled at, or like, you know, quietly whisper yelled at by the hostess of the evening.
Oh, so Trish is gonna sneakily go over there and try and listen in
Okay,
on what's going on.
make a stealth check.
Just quickly check something. Okay. Stealth.
Yes.
10.
10, you get over there, and as you're coming closer, Mrs. Redglow clocks you and just closes the door to the back room. And you saw in there all the items from the auction, including a large iron cage with a pacing yellowish green wolf. Massive beast. Also, you see a few darker patches in its fur. Looks like some injuries.
Ooh.
And as this woman then steps out, Mrs. Redglow says, "How can I be of assistance?" as she closes the door behind her, and you swear you could hear sobbing from whoever was in there.
I was directed to come over here by one of the other servants, I believe, to collect my item.
Oh, yes? And what item would that be?
Oh, that was the ring. The ring that everyone was thinking wasn't worth betting on.
It was definitely more of a joke entry, but I'm glad someone showed interest. Of course, let me fetch it for you real quick. And she goes to open the door, and she stops. Excuse me one moment, and you can hear the door rattling as she's trying to open the door. And then you hear a heavy creak. And you're screaming from inside, like ear-trilling screams. And as she bursts the door open, you can see the cage, almost like it's been bent apart. The bars are open, and the wolf lunges out and is pouncing towards this waitress that is now backing up towards the corner as Mrs. Redglow faints. And there is where we're going to cut off and go to our other group.
Oh my lord! Oh my lord!
No!
Oh
Arden, I
my
thought it was just
God.
gonna be nice.
Tinker didn't even get to talk to the angry lady again.
No.
No.
Jeez, what can I say
No.
but woof?
It's okay. Tinker, such a lady's man.
Oh.
I think it was putting the moves on hard.
Oh,
I
but
was impressed.
He chose the wrong lady to tangle
Oh.
with.
Yeah, I thought he was landing a whale. Instead, he got a shark.
D&D shot take.
Yeah.
You might still get something out of this.
About the same time that happens, having just climbed down into one of the manholes, first thing you realize, Forrest and Morel, is that it's pitch dark down here.
I've got an axe for that. Don't worry. Yes?
Action seems
We
unimpeded
do have
by
an
the
action
dark.
for that.
Ooh,
Nice.
we have a
You hear some sound. Yeah, you should all be on this page right now.
yeah. See
Uh,
the battle map.
I
Yeah,
only
but
see
only-
purple. Is that okay?
You only see purple. Oh,
There's-
Yeah, because you physically
Oh, 'cause I
can't see anything. Perfect. That is
Oh.
fine. I thought I was supposed to see like a black square instead of just the purple, but that's good. Cool. So
No, an action, you
yeah.
can hear something like the sounds of like some metal and wood. And then he looks around. Okay. You both ready? You want to get these things out alive?
yes, but now I cannot see them.
What do you mean you can't see?
It's very dark.
Okay, I honestly don't know about runts, but you're Lunarkin, aren't you? You should be able to see fine.
Maybe I need glasses. Take it up with my doctor, and she will cast light
Okay.
in his face too, just to like.
Okay,
prove a
how
point.
much light does your light emit?
It is a 20-foot radius and dim light for an additional 20 feet.
Okay.
And I will say it is, because it can be colored as you like, it is like a
I
bright
can tint.
blue. Yeah.
I can for sure give you a color.
Oh, you're gonna give me a little
what?
tint? Just a little tint.
Just a little tink is a
for
treat.
sure.
I want you to know that I believe that
There you
Morel
go.
has left a lot of stuff in her room with her cat
Yes.
guarding it. She did not
Okay.
want her bag getting stinky. She did not want her
I-
cloak or her normal mask getting stinky. We're going full gas mask, baby.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah, you put the mask on? Okay,
Yeah. So
so-
the mask is on. Yes.
Okay. Good. That might come into play, might not, but you do realize it smells awful down here. Like
I thought
the
it might.
same smell that burst out of the leeches is permeating the area.
Unfold. Oh no. Also,
Should I be
let
able to see
me-
this light?
yeah, I was gonna say, should I see the light?
Hold on, let me fix.
Maybe
Okay.
maybe we can let
Maybe I
chat
refresh.
'Cause I don't
light
wanna-
as
You
well.
should
Well, I can't
be
see
able
anything,
to.
so there's no point in me switching over.
That's true. Yeah, when we get
Actually, hold on. Can you see it now?
I'm refreshing.
Okay, that's weird. Hold on.
Oh wait, no, it's because it logged me out because I was not active enough. It's fine. It's okay.
You
I'll
should be
get
able
back
to
in.
see it.
I mean, I can see the light, and I'm not even in the scene.
I think it's because it
I-
logged me out.
I
It's
can't see
okay.
it.
Oh,
Nope.
do the whole highlight thing. Remember, unselect any
Yeah,
character.
no, there's nothing. I don't even see any character tokens.
Okay, because they are there.
Yeah,
We got
I'll
them
try refreshing, but
technical
it might break
difficulties.
things.
Technical difficulties. There we go. Okay,
Um,
I'm back in, so I should be in a moment, and I'll let you know because I think it was just me getting kicked. That was the problem.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think
Remember,
it
I was
kicked
saying
all of us.
earlier.
Yeah, you
I was
got
being
kicked as
all
well.
night, so
Yeah, which means we
Yeah,
lose
so-
the sound. So forgiveness. See, but that's the thing. Like
Forgiveness. Forgive us.
the changes to the music were still going.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me too. Moment of truth. Almost moment of
It should all the settings are correct, so I don't know what the issue would be.
Ah, I see it. Nope, I got it. We're all good. Hello, action.
And I will let you know that's Action's actual token.
Cute! Yay!
Loading.
Yeah.
Gotta keep loading. Also, the music might be loud when we first get in chat, so just apologies if that's the case. Because it's going to reset my entire setup doing this.
Yeah. Oh, I need to cast my light. Oh, I don't need to cast it. I just
It's a
do it.
cantrip.
Okay, never mind. Yeah.
Just
I thought, like,
go
maybe
down
I would,
through the
like-
dice
But if you
tray.
have the light,
Yes.
you can't trip. Because you...
I'm leaving.
Oh,
That's it. I'm
God.
climbing back out of these sewers right now.
Come fight me. Come fight me. Come fight
That
me.
was pretty good.
I'm coming.
Would you mind just checking the music for me? Oh, there we go.
Yeah, the music
It's going,
currently-
It's
Oh,
going
yeah.
now.
Oh,
It
it's
was
good.
it was just pausing. It was just in a reset.
Oh, yeah.
Got it.
It's all coming
Can you
together.
see though?
Yes.
Yes. All right.
Okay, so
let me throw it over, everyone. You can finally take a look at what we got here.
There we
yes. Yes. And Action will immediately say, I don't know where to look. I don't know where these things might be. I guess we should just start looking. But like I told you, and Forrest, was it? Yes, Forrest Barkley, I remember.
That's right.
If you see, like, little weird-looking people, could you please just squish them?
Weird-looking people?
It's really hard to explain, but they're basically made out of dust and garbage, and sometimes they just become little people, and if you just squish them hard enough, they go back to being trash.
Does Forrest have any idea what he might be talking about, or is this foreign to him?
Make a history check.
Sure. Surprisingly good, 16.
16. You had never seen anything like this until you were on the boat.
Got it.
And you do know that on the boat they were very particular about cleaning,
Mhm.
because if you leave like dust and debris and like just little things around, sometimes they sort of like scoop themselves up and just become little annoying critters that run
They go
around.
from
and
dust
cause
bunnies to
mischief.
bunny dusts.
Yeah, basically.
Right. Oh,
So you would have probably run into what would have been like little, like sawdust, seawater, like little creatures just running around and just like poking things, doing pranks, like pulling people's hair, stuff like that.
Yep.
That's kind of cute.
Right,
Alright.
right. Little dust creatures. I understand, yes.
Yeah, oh, not always dust, but mostly. And then he looks at you, Mirel, and he says, you wanted to get these creatures out safely, so I'm gonna let you lead. Also, just so you know, the light is gonna give us away. There's just no way around it.
Well,
I'm sorry, but I appreciate your
Just be
cooperation.
ready. Just be ready. Anything could happen. He will essentially say that he know the layout of this area of the sewers,
Mhm.
but he has not been down here, so he don't know where the leeches might be.
Mhm.
But he essentially knows, like, if you're somewhere, he will be able to very quickly point you back where you came from, or when you're what might be a dead end.
That's good. That's good.
which
just
way
having a
do we go
look.
then?
Well,
Oh, I can't use it.
if we just head downward, there's not really a lot there, so it could be a quick way to just scope the thing out, be done.
Let's do it.
So this way then,
Okay.
and it kind of points in that direction.
Yeah.
Alright.
Action will just He's got, and you see he's got his like segmented glaive assembled and ready.
Forrest's
Cool.
just gonna like give him a quick look over. What's his impression? Is this someone that needs
Make an
defending,
insight
or
check.
someone that
Yeah, I'll say make an insight check.
17.
17. I will say the only upper hand you would have in a fight against Action would be your size. He looks very capable. Like, his form is clear, very few openings. He looks confident. And looking at him actually as well, you can see that the light, the shimmering light, almost casting these water effect shadows on the walls. You know, when light comes through a surface of water.
Yeah.
Action's shadow up against the wall definitely has like two swirling horns that don't really follow the rules of a shadow.
Mm-hmm.
And
All right.
would Mirelle see the shadow as well?
Yes.
And she would just look at it and look back to him and say, "All right, we're agreed. Anything we see down here, we keep it to ourselves."
If it works for me.
Cool. And I guess we're going down here because that's where he
Yeah.
said, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Forrest is sort of just
Oh.
making a point of trying to be in front of everyone, just like
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, that's fair
First
enough.
thing you see
Yes.
is on one of like a gangly walkway across the sewage. You see walking with what looks like a small stick as a bayonet is just marching back and forth across the bridge. This small little humanoid creature going left, 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 right, left, and it's just marching back and forth across the bridge. Left, left. And Action immediately jumps over, runs up, and with his glaive just like shaking down on the thing. Okay.
Jesus.
Forrest kind of leads him and goes, "He really doesn't like them."
And as he just goes to town, he looks back and says, "Those things. Those things.
Yep.
I see.
I could do it now."
And Morel knows now because she's never seen one before, I don't think. So she's like, yes, we can do that.
Great. And he looks around, and he almost, in a suspicious manner, looks down from this walkway.
Hmm.
And I will say, Mirelle, as you cross that one with your light,
Oh,
you spot a
yes.
shadow of a similar creature.
Oh, wait, whereabouts? Right there?
Whereabouts?
When you're,
Mm.
over
Of a
there.
similar creature, the humanoid creature?
Or
Yeah,
the
small.
tendril leeches that we can clearly see
Yeah,
over here.
Forrest see a couple of tender leeches, and Mirelle, as you look over, like holding your light, on one end you hear the sloshing of water. Action looks down into the sewage itself, and Forrest, with a little light, you can see him scrounging his eyebrows as he looks over, and he looks curious. As Mirelle, you see another small figure, like the one Action just obliterated. It holds a hand up, and you hear it go, "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your tail!" And you see a little rat up in a sewer hole go. And that's where we're going to end for today.
Well,
Oh my
This is
God.
wild. I know the ball was
Rapunzel.
crazy, but this is wild. What is going on? Oh, I love it. Oh my god.
that's something.
Yeah.
Gosh.
So that's where we're going to bring it back come next Sunday.
Oh, man.
Oh, geez.
Do, 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 do.
Yeah, shit.
That was great. I
All
loved
right.
that. Oh
Yeah.
man,
My
I kind
favorite
of thought you
part
guys
of
were
it-
gonna have a nice night of it, but
My
clearly
favorite
it was
part.
wrong.
My favorite part was smooth jazzing the lady, trying to get that
You knew
money.
he had so much charisma.
Oh,
He doesn't. He just had a lot of extra points.
He had a lot of extra points. A lot of
Yeah.
extra points. Oh my gosh. There it is, Valves.
Valve!
It finally showed up. Let's
Valve!
go.
Belvy, did
Belvy,
you
we
did
did
you
it.
miss Mr. Merkin?
Mr. Merkin did show up.
painful.
Hopefully
Yeah.
someone clipped it or will highlight it later and make sure
Mhm.
it's viewable in the Discord or something. because
Yes.
Mr. Merkin did show up.
Yes. Thank you everyone for coming back here today. The ball was just so interesting. I was finding it hard to cut it off, where to swap to the other group. I'm very sorry for that.
No,
But next
no, I
time
loved
we
it.
will start out in the sewers. As
Yep,
apparently
easy.
there's a lot to do down there.
Oh,
Apparently so.
There's a lot of cleaning up to do.
man, I don't even know if huh? These dust bunnies are too interesting to kill. All right, it's too late. I made a promise. I made a deal.
Yeah. Our
Mhm.
first session with that group, they had to fight a bunch of these things as they were cleaning out a basement. And in the moment, I just made a decision, and it turns out I have made them all into LARPers.
It sounds fine. It sounds great.
I understand
Sure.
suddenly, but I love that. Oh man.
Yep.
And we've got a rat friend too. Like this is getting interesting.
Oh shit! You missed the Verminella was a big one at a time. Yeah.
I'm upset because there was a rat in Baldur's Gate that I wasn't able to talk to. It just
Oh.
it just said it said like we watch or something like that. That's all it said.
Sounds like a
What the hell?
non-druid problem.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not a good.
should have been a druid.
Should've been a druid.
You could have been your own rat.
Yeah.
I could
You could have been the rat
yeah.
to talk
You could
to.
have. You could have been.
been one
What
with the
did
rat.
you name it? Raticus.
Radicus.
Radicus.
Radicus. You
Yeah, I
could
could
have
be
Oh.
been
Radicus.
Yeah.
That's right. That's it. I'm
Thank
restarting my
you.
whole Baldur's Gate
Yeah,
3 playthrough.
Yeah, I think it's
Just for Radicus.
Just for Radicus.
Here we go. Another 4 months of Baldur's Gate.
But have you enjoyed Baldur's Gate?
Hmm.
Yeah, I have.
Because that's a long game to commit to playing on
Act
stream.
3 is had its downs, but there is
For sure.
It's now starting to pick up. So, yeah.
Yeah, I will say Act 3 felt the longest because you're just running back and forth in like one area all over, and it's a really big area.
Yeah. I'm at the point with Baldur's Gate where I'm like, I kind of want to finish it, but I also don't want to like force the finish. You know?
Yeah, well, that's fair. That's
So we'll
fair.
see where we end up with it.
Yes,
Understandable.
but the session is officially over. So those of us here who need to maybe go to sleep, feel free to do so. But first, we're going to do a quick round. We have been Natural 30s. I'm Josie Poser, the Dungeon Mistress. And joined today, we have had Cuddly Raptor playing Mirel, Roju Form Participation Award playing Forrest Barkley, leaning in to kiss the fro, we had Weatherstorm.
What are you doing?
He got very
Playing-
large very
Yeah,
suddenly.
you got very
Grace
close.
Motherborn. And last but not least, we've had Ozzy Devro playing Tinker Slobbersnout. We will be raiding out in a little bit, but we're gonna have our wind down minutes, if you will. So if there are any questions about today's session, now is your opportunity. But we want to give a huge thanks to all of those who helped us reach our new sub goal and follower goal and pally goal.
Yeah, what the hell?
Excuse you.
Yeah,
We reached all our goals because
You're
of
too
you
good for
amazing
that.
people.
that's it. We've reached all our goals. We can't get any better. Job's done. Let's go.
Okay, this
No,
channel is
now we make what's it called? Like extended goals.
Stretch goals.
Stretch goals.
Stretch goals.
That's
Right,
it.
yeah,
All right,
yeah.
I'll start stretching.
We're gonna
Right.
go even
Right.
farther beyond.
Yes.
Not plus ultra.
Shit, I pulled a muscle.
Oh,
That's That's not. But yes, that
Whatever,
does
not
mean
30s.
that if you
That's
keep
on
an eye on the
brand.
Discord or on any other social medias you might follow us on, we will let you know when we have more news about the podcast. But with this, that means that we will actively now work towards getting the podcast rolling. It might still take some time to get it up and running and ready, but this means we can start working on it. We did not expect to do it because we decided to put up that goal literally 3 days ago.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh yeah,
And now you've done it. Look what you've done.
Get
Yeah.
and then it's oh gosh.
All right, I'm out. 90 nights.
Good night, all.
Good night, Obi.
Sleep well. Thank you for joining us.
Oh dear.
Oh, we
Yes.
have a question
When
already.
will the age of shrubs start?
A really good
Well,
question.
we could have had more shrubs, but the party decided to stay in Hague.
Yep.
So
But last time we had to fight the shrubs, so isn't it better that we don't have the shrubs to fight so that they can
I
live
mean,
to see another
there are
day?
shrub people in this world.
Oh, I know. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure they're the ones that Forrest tried to
That-
hit
that
with a
attacked
stick
us?
and then
We didn't
missed
do
because
very
there was an
well.
actual
But there's also more like civilized shrub people.
Oh,
If you know what I mean. There's
Oh.
like
ones that aren't trying to eat us.
they branched out.
Necessarily?
yeah.
Oh,
Wasn't that the
Wow.
70s?
Some of us might still be dealing with the after effects of those.
Yeah.
The hair's a little.
Laura,
We've got our own.
Oh,
yeah.
Laura, no,
Laura,
you-
thank you so much for the
Yeah.
kind words.
Very lovely, very
Yeah.
lovely.
Because we knew very early there was whispers about some people wanting there to be a podcast format, like an audio only for the sessions. But most of the places where you can upload a podcast, they have a time or file size limit unless you pay a premium. And we just spent a lot of time researching which one we would like to use, and decided to ask the community, all of you, to help us be able to reach that. And you did.
and you did.
Way
Look at
faster
you.
than we thought.
Way too fast. But we thank you so much
Hmm.
because supporting us means we can do better things, cooler things. And we love that. We got ideas. We have a massive vat of ideas just waiting for the opportune moment.
It's actually kind of cool, like how Josie gets a lot of ideas for the session. Is that she goes to the vat, mixes it around a bit, and then
Yeah.
sort of dips a finger
And
in.
it
and like,
sits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Maybe a bit of salt, bit of pepper. It's quite
You can
cool to
sip
watch.
the, like
Actually.
fish stuff out from the bottom as well, and like
Yeah.
sometimes skin that little weird stuff off the top.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
When you found that fish bone, like that entire like intact fish bone
Yeah.
structure, that was kind of comical and odd, but actually quite impressive.
I'm not sure how it got in there, but I'm
Yeah.
here for it. Oh no! Or why would you do this?
Harbor,
Rude.
did you miss when Action killed
Oh no,
One of-
Pabor!
one of the Mitflits? Maybe you did. Maybe you did.
Oh, that was the
That was the last thing you saw.
Excellent.
But
There you
then
go.
did you miss Rapunzel, which I was so happy with when I thought of that.
So good.
I don't. Neither Mirel or myself know what's going on down there, and yeah,
Yeah, no, it was
Yeah,
great. It's
it'd be
great. Like Pabor as a player hates going down into the sewers because he knows what's down there.
I love that. I love that.
Well, we'll look
Yeah.
forward to exploring it next week.
Yeah, I'll make sure to try to set everything up properly. But everyone, speaking of support, those of you who want to or can, we highly recommend you go check our YouTube, where you can get all the VODs of everything done on this channel ever. Which is also a way you can support us. We are also working on some new merch designs. We're trying to do a bit of a rehaul of the Redbubble now that we're getting somewhere, so maybe keep an eye out for that. But as always, the best thing you can do to show us support is just be here. Just be here. Maybe tell a friend. That's really it. We appreciate you all so much.
Yeah.
Please tell more people, because I keep telling my coworkers at work every Monday about what happened in the session, and I think they're getting sick of me. So if you guys start telling more people, then I don't have to tell more people, and then I'll be a better boss. See, I'm the manager now, so that's
Part of you being a manager is
like,
Oh yeah, just make it a work requirement. There you go.
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta be a follower to have a job.
Keep building exercise. Play D&D.
Yeah.
Oh my god. That
Oh my god.
Valley.
Whoa, there's a D&D channel? Balvies, where? You've been
Oh,
keeping
no
this
way.
from me? I can't believe this. I can't believe
Oh,
We shall
boy.
make people watch it. I mean,
it.
Oh,
yes. Yeah, do
That's-
that. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
That works too. That
Maybe
works
we'll
too.
Open up.
Oh goshy gosh. People. How we feeling though?
So tired.
Good,
Yep.
but tired. But
So
very,
tired.
very
I've-
excited.
I haven't worked I haven't worked a weekend in
Poor thing.
like since pre-pandemic. I'm so tired.
Pre-pandemic.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I'm so buggered, and I've got to work tomorrow as well as my 6th day
No.
in a row before I can have a day off. So
No.
Well, let's all wish you mighty energy
Go
for getting
sleep.
through the day.
Get that sleep. Get that caffeine in you.
tomorrow's
We're not-
going to be a coffee-filled day, I think.
Mm.
You can do it. We believe
Bro.
in you.
Everyone pat Bro on the head. Everyone get your pats.
Yeah,
Get
we
your pats
can-
in the chats.
We can get some pats in chat. So,
Get the pats in the
Oh,
chat.
Pat's in chat. Pat's in chat. Does everyone want to hear a cool thing?
I
Always.
love cool things.
I have made a decision because of my omnipotent power.
Oh?
I have made a decision. One of the player characters reached the hidden goal for getting one of their feats.
Ooh.
Oh,
Ooh.
Whoa.
shit.
That's fun.
Well,
That it is. That it is. But I won't say it. I won't share who. I don't share what feat. That's between me and the player.
That's really cool.
I reckon left feet.
Yeah.
Ah,
You know what? If you're betting left, then I'm going to bet right.
Uh,
Just to cover our bases.
middle.
Yep.
Does a kobold's tail count as a middle? What?
Shit. Do you want to hear a bad, dirty joke that my father told me when he was staying here for a few days?
Oh my.
Yes. Last time we agreed to you saying something, we got bad ASMR. So
No, this is
Sure,
not
what-
ASMR. This is just a joke. This is
Okay.
just a bad
Alright,
joke.
chat, be
This is a
warned,
bad
this
joke.
is
Bad joke. I'm
already
here
been
for
said
it.
as
Yeah.
a bad, dirty joke.
Why can a penis never be longer than 11 inches? Because then it's a foot.
I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I'm just as soon as
On
you
that
said
note,
it, I'm
thank you
leaving.
everyone for joining us. We're gonna find someone
Well,
to raid.
We're gonna find someone to raid.
We love you all.
Please, Roju, everyone is relying on you.
Peace out, Roju.
I'm getting us out of here. Let's go.